Me.
What's good, people? What's good, people? We are here again. And this is Spit Your Game, Talk Your Shit. Okay, what's good, people? Where? Let me look at this chat. See who up in this motherfucker. Okay, Okacha, what's good? Brotherly Love, what's good? Pistol Grip, Dice Game, DT Crypto. Oh, we got two crypto guys in the house. So look, DT Crypto. You see that man up there, Okacha Phillips? He's another crypto man that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? I trust that man's word, and he's made me some bread. All right. He said, first time catching the stream. Let's go. Metaphors. Oh, yo, you know I got to have you on here. This is the Game Coach episode. Diego, what's popping? What's popping? This is the Game Coach episode, okay? I did Creating High Value, Volume 1 and 2. And I touched on this, but I didn't want Creating High Value to be about game coaches. Okay? I didn't want that to be about that. I wanted to do a separate video on game coaches. So here we are. Spit your game, talk your shit. A lot of shit been talked. Now let me say this first, right? I do not have beef with the game coaches. I'm going to say this again. I do not have beef with the game coaches. All right. I'm not going to say anybody's name here, but, you know, there will be a lot of subliminals. Okay. I think we all know who the most popular game coaches are. All right. As far as, you know, in the black manosphere, they don't want to claim manosphere, but they're manosphere. You know what I'm saying? You're giving advice to black men about women. You are in the pickup artist dating coach space. All right. Some of the ideology is kind of shook, but yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about the game coaches. Oh, BGS is in the house. What's going on? He said, don't start, no won't be none. I ain't saying nobody's name. Actually, one of the game coaches, me and him is real cool. We talk here and there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against this man as a person. I don't knock niggas hustle. Shout out to BGS in the building. I don't knock men's hustle. But there'd be a lot of cat. And this is the Keep It 100 channel where we keep it 100. Dave Ty was good. Peace, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said my cameraman was good. Yes, I am the cameraman. I am the dickhead, the asshole, the Joe Rogan of the manosphere space. Brandy B, I see you. Oh, Brandy B is in here. Nigel! I see you, man. I see you, Nigel. Nigel be on my head, y'all. But I fucks with him. Nigel thinks I'm some sort of African Caribbean motherfucker. I got my family from Denmark, South Carolina. Geechee like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? My grandmother, my aunt, they from the deep, they from the South. Carolina, baby. Don't get it twisted. I've been up and down that 95 when I was a kid. That's for Nigel. Shout out to Nigel. We're gonna start off with some internet postings that you know, some current events and things, you know, that I wanted to, you know, hold down. Yes. And as always, Dave Tao says the provider mail is dead. Y'all ain't bringing that motherfucker back to life. Okay? You ain't going back and forth with the state. Yes. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, but my family is from the South. So without further ado, I'm gonna switch this up. Hold on one second. All right. So here we go. Oh shit, this shit ain't connected. Motherfucker. You motherfucking son of a. I'm pissed now. I can't bring my shits up. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. You know what I'm saying? He said he cute. I don't know if he cute. That man is in the chat. You talk to him, Brandy. I'm having technical difficulties. So in the meantime, and I'm gonna bring you up momentarily, Adam. Bring you up momentarily, right? So my man Adam McTighe is gonna be doing this show with me. I'm gonna have you. Are you there?
What's up, my brother? You chilling?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you hold these people down for a second while I take care of these technical difficulties because I gotta show these slides, man. I can't go past these slides. They say, oh,
Yeah.
DT, hey, Brandy, DT Crypto says he's cute. I think y'all need to handle that. So
where the mods at?
Where you at right now, man?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you got some things going on in your background.
All right, hold on a second.
Hold on here. Matter of fact, let me try to get this on another shit here. Let me see here.
All right, is it better now? Or can you still hear the background noise? It should be gone now.
I can hear you fine, man. I can hear you fine. I'm trying to get my my shit connected here.
The background noise is gone, right?
No, not actually. It said Marcus and Adam, two brilliant bros. I'm sure this will be a great show. Yeah, he got the facts tonight. We going, listen. He's gonna bring the data. I got some data too.
Yeah.
But my shit is life experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I said, yeah, make that left and park.
The data is just in case people ask, because people always be like, oh, well, where you get that from? Or, oh, that's not true. But everything that you're saying is straight facts. I bet you look, there might be someone in the comment section that asks, well, where you get that from? But that's what we got. We got how many different studies for man? Listen, we have proof. And like you said, we got the empirical data, we got the life experience. So, this is just the facts of the matter. This is literally fact finding. This is the fact of the matter right here.
Said man out there call himself cute. Fire for that. Always got to be the Jamaican motherfucker coming. More fire, more fire, more fire. Yo, check this out. I'm gonna try to get these slides ready. Hold on, I'm gonna mute and I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second. I'm gonna drop down for a second. All right, I'll be right back.
All right. So with that being said, and I apologize for any background noise. I'm just trying to take care of a couple of things. I'm in motion right now. I'm about to come to a full stop soon. But the bottom line is, some of the things we'll go over. There's 4 main points, right? There's the relationship between looks, money, status, and game. And there's data for all of these. All of them have an effect. But see, the thing is that a lot of people get it twisted, and they're like, well, game could just beat all of that. As if looks, money, and status don't matter. But we're going to go over the degree to which look, money, and status matter, and the degree to which game matters, and what they actually do. We have data to back up these points. There's studies that go over this stuff. And of course, Marcus is always going to keep it 100. So we're going to see exactly, we're going to get to the details of it, the nitty gritty. And it's not, this isn't to quote unquote expose any dating coaches or things like that. But, whenever you're selling a product, if you know the difference between a white paper and a study, even though they both look the same, the whole point to a white paper is to sell something at the end of the day. So even though it may be back with facts or whatever, the whole point is my product is the solution. Whereas a study is just trying to contribute to the greater body of knowledge. And so that's kind of the situation a lot of PUAs and dating coaches find themselves in. Now, they do say stuff that's real, and they do have some results. But their whole point is to sell a product. We're here to let you know that, Yeah, some of those things can work, but there's more to it than that. It gets deeper than just game. We can quantify these things. We can figure it out. It's ultimately for the benefit of men in general. So, that's what we're going to be discussing in no particular order. But just be prepared for that. We're going to go over, for a lot of the studies, some of them are articles too. For a lot of the studies, we'll just go over the abstract, but we're going to give you the information, the link, so you can read the whole thing yourself. I think there's one study in particular we're going to go over just one section, because obviously we can't read the whole thing. But for the most part, the abstract will give you the gist of what it's supposed to be about. Regarding exactly, I mean, we have a couple, like 4 or 5 of them for each point, but we're not going to go over each of them. But the fact of the matter is, these are well documented. Looks matter. Your money matters. Your status matters. Creating high value, like Marcus said before, it matters, right? And that all has an influence or impact on the effect of your game. Or rather, your game may have an influence on that. But we'll see as we go into the information tonight. I see, Marcus, you're back, so I'm going to mute.
Okay, so this is a precursor. Before we get into that, let's go into this fuckery. If y'all can hear me good, please let me know. Okay, let me know if you can hear me right. But let's go into this fuckery first. So now, this is. Hey, I'm gonna drop you down real quick. 1 second. So this is what we're gonna do. Right, here we go. Let's go to here. So I don't know if you guys seen this. All right, so you got Megan Thee Stallion, right? Recently did a show where she did a diss track for Tory Lanez. Now, I think not too long ago I covered that Tory Lanez got arrested in court for tweeting her. Like he mentioned her, or he subtweeted her, and they locked him up for that. This man went to jail because he mentioned this woman in a tweet. Okay? But she's allowed to make songs about him. Now, I don't know exactly what she said in the record, but he just mentioned her. Okay? Which is pretty whack, if you ask me. And to me, it's a sign of things to come. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, hi, Rihanna. It's a rocky situation, but you can come back to me ASAP. I was digging that one. That shit was funny to me. I'm hearing that. First, I heard that the nigga cheated. Then I heard that was bullshit. They were trying to say, oh, they broke up, but didn't happen. Sorry, people. All right. I don't know if you guys seen this. I might have posted it up before. Nobody wants a swagless, a stylist guy. We settle for them because the Nipseys are already taken or hard to find. Or they're in jail. Or they dead, or they your baby daddy who you complaining about and won't pay child support and all this other bullshit. Right? Yeah, right. Okay. Big Dick Award goes to my eldest nephew, Jamayez. Damn, Aunt Jeanette finna burst into your room more often. What kind of fuckery is this? What kind of shit is this? Your aunt want to give you the Big Dick Award. All right. Yeah, Cardi B gave a man $500,000, and I ain't see no woman post and say mood. Of course not. Of course not. It's not gonna happen. Okay. All right. So check this out. I don't know how many of y'all saw this video. Peep this. I'm gonna let this play. Can't get the sound on it, but I'm gonna just let this rock. Right? So peep this. So I think that was the waiter or whatever, right? So look, hold on. Let me go back a little bit, right? So there's a couple sitting at the table, right? So here we go. For her drink, right. Here we go. So Shorty takes her shit off. You see that? Look. She takes her shit off, right? Check it out. Watch what happens. Look. Drops her shit. He bends over to pick it up. Look. The handoff. Look, let me hold on to those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me follow through, picking my shit up. Look, and now she, you know, the fake boyfriend hug, right? Yeah, yeah. Okachi, I hope you watching, my nigga. I hope you watching. Okay. Let's go back. Look, the handoff. Look, one more time. Oh, one more time. Here we go. Yeah, nigga. Might be staged, but this shit really happens. This shit really happens, man. Don't get it twisted. All right. Making a girl believe that you like her just so you can have sex with her should be classified as sexual assault, but no one is ready to have that conversation yet. I told y'all motherfuckers. It's coming. Deception. RP by deception. You know what I'm saying? You got a response here, down here. So making a guy think you like him so he spends money on you should be considered a robbery. That ain't gonna happen. You can't even get a chick to go to jail for lying on your ass. Yeah, lie. He did it. And it's proof that he didn't do it. Oh well, nice try. Right. And here we got this guy. This guy's going to be the subject of our conversations tonight. And now we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled program here. Right. He said John Madden in the footage. That's right. John Madden in the video. That's what we do here, motherfuckers. That motherfucker, she did the handoff, nigga. Did the motherfucking handoff. Y'all seen that shit? The panty handoff. The panty handoff. And that's his man's. It's man's. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So look. So now we're going to go into this game coach thing, right? And like I said, I don't have no problem with the game coaches. No problem with the game coaches. Shout out to my game coaches. Until one of these motherfuckers show up on my shit, I ain't saying none of their names, but they know who they are. Y'all know who they are. These motherfuckers would be, you know, they be a group of them sitting and talking shit, and motherfuckers call in and, you know, hey, guys, what should I do with this? And all they do is clown these motherfuckers. I don't know why they call in. I'm trying to figure out how many of the guys that actually call these guys actually get help calling in. Like, how many of them calling to get their problem solved? All these niggas telling you fucking up, nigga. You ain't got game. Ha, 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 ha. Click. I'm trying to understand, like, what is the point of calling into these guys? Right? So check this out, man. Check this out. What we know about some of these guys in their personal lives, because they put it out there, because these are the guys that are charging you to give you game, to tell you you need game. They're going to give you game. They tell you, hey, what you look like don't matter, my nigga. All you need is game, nigga. What you have don't matter. Your money don't matter. None of that shit matters. All you need is game. That's it. And you in there. That's all you need is game. Fuck y'all niggas doing getting money. Oh, trick niggas? Oh, niggas out here tricking. They should get some game. They should get some game. Oh, shit. I got my light on back here. They need some game in their life, right? That's all they need to do. Get some game, and they good. Just get some game, and they are straight. And that's what we will be talking about tonight. See, the problem is, right, that when I look at some of these guys, when I look at some of these guys, and y'all guys that follow me on Facebook, y'all already know. First thing I say is, I want to see your women. I want to see your women. Now, this is me talking shit, right? Me talking shit because I can. Don't put me to the test, motherfucker. I want to see some of these game coaches women because the shit that I've been seeing, I'm not impressed by. Not impressed by. These are the coaches. Shout out to Hassani. I was talking about this on Facebook, and Hassani says, you know, he invoked himself, and I'm like, yo, listen, if you are the guy that people are watching your videos and donating to your cause and buying packages from you, right? From you to learn game on how to get what they say, hot chicks, right? Hot chicks. That's what these niggas say, hot chicks, right? That's the term they use. Yo, if you want hot chicks, yo, if you if you want hot chicks, right? You call in, they clown you, and then they tell you, hey man, go to the website and get with one of us for a game coaches. Right? Now, I am not a game coach. I don't sell dating advice. I don't do none of this shit. I don't do none of this shit. Yeah, word, a hot chick. You know who that audience is. Hey, man, if you want to get hot chicks. Hot chicks. Right. You don't need nothing. You just need game, right? Okay, so look. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go back to this guy's picture, right? So you're telling me this guy right here, he don't need nothing. He don't need no money. He don't need no status. His whip ain't got to be crazy. All he need is game. So these niggas is going to take this dude right here. He gonna get the hot chicks, right? This guy right here that you're looking at. They're gonna take this man and they're gonna school him in the art of game. Because looks don't matter. Right. That's what they tell you. Right. So what we're gonna do tonight, right? Now, I'm going to tell you, okay? First of all, looks do matter. They don't matter the way you think they do, but they do. Okay? They don't matter the way you think they do, but they do. DT Crypto, I can't even read your comment. I see it, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Anybody, hey, look, anybody saying any game coaches' names in here, I'm not reading your comments, okay? I'm not starting no beefs with the game coaches because they some cool niggas. And lately, Angry Man has been rocking with the game coaches, and I rocks with Angry Man. So, you know, I'm not saying no game coaches' names. One of the game coaches I went to high school with. I ain't gonna say who. As soon as I see that motherfucker, I'm like, I know this nigga. I know this motherfucker. Went to high school with him. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Say nothing. Okay? But that guy that I just showed you, he don't need money. He needs nothing. Just looking right, just like that, he's going to bag all the hot chicks. So Me and my man Adam MGTOW, we're going to discuss this tonight. He's going to bring the data. Now, I have data of my own, but he got links. And I'm going to pull some of them links up tonight. And Brandy B is in the house. Brandy B knows me in real life, right? Brandy B knows me in real life. She see me operate, all right? Shout out to her. Shout out to my man O. Bit of Truth Show, I see you in here. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, anything they talking about, don't get it twisted. They make good points once in a while. They do. I got game coaches. I almost said a name. I got a game coach that I follow on Instagram. Every once in a while, I scroll past. I see his videos. He says a little this, a little that. I listen to what he say. I'm like, yo, dude is on point. He's on point. This particular comment is on point. Now, there's another game coach who I will mention, right? Who I was looking at a video of his not too long ago. I'm gonna pull up my YouTube history, right? And let me see. Okay, his name is Anthony Spade. And he has a video up here. Girls are intimidated by a man who put them in check in intelligence when you ignore her. I watched that video. It's a good video to watch. This man is 1,000% on point. He's somebody I would endorse. It's based on that video. I don't know what else he says, but based on that video that I watched him talk, he said that I fucks with that message, right? I probably should throw it on. I'll throw it on in a second, but at the end of the day, all of this looks don't matter shit. Again, looks matter. They don't matter the way you think they do. I don't know how many of you watched my creating high value videos. I'm not here to sell you a package on dating. You know, my man Rodimus 32, right? Shout out to Rodimus. He'll tell you. Cool. I talk Rodimus. I know this man in real life. I talk this man's head off about this shit. Talk his head off. You know what I'm saying? You know, theatricality and deception. Powerful agents against the uninitiated. But I am initiated. So right now we're going to bring in my man Adam MGTOW. He's in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's good, my brother? You chilling, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let's dig right on in it.
So,
go ahead.
Talk to me.
Go ahead.
No, talk to me. Talk to me.
So just like you opened up, I guess we might as well start with looks. It's the first thing there, LMSG. Looks matter, just not the way people think they do.
Nah, but they do.
The fact of the matter is that they do matter. And people, I don't know what it is with people that think that looks don't matter. We have like 4 different studies. You could pick almost any one you want to start with or look at. We only got to look maybe at the abstract. I think that's one of them. I had a section I wanted to read. But the fact of the matter is that women who, when it comes to height, I didn't even look at facial structure. Because we already know that matters. So there's no point even looking that up. When we looked at height, we looked at just the shoulder to waist ratio. And it showed that men who appeared to be physically stronger were viewed as more attractive. Bottom line, by women across the board of all socioeconomic status. It also showed that men who were taller were perceived to be more intelligent, more confident, more reliable, more trustworthy, and also made more money. Right? And so that matters. Right? Now, for the most part, you can't change your face, and you could do some things to change what your height appears to be. But for the most part, for our purposes, we only want to focus on things that you can actually change, so you can create high value, like you said before. Sir. But it is important to recognize what your competition is, right? If you're going to create any type of business, you want to know what your competitors are doing. Well, in this case, you are the business, old black man. You're the one, you create the table, right? So you have to look at what your competitors are doing. Well, there's ways to measure facial structure, but we're not going to get into that. The bottom line is you can't be tall. But guys who are taller than you, typically speaking, between 5'11", 6'2", they're just going to get more women. That's just the bottom line. You know, of course, there are more.
This is true. This is true. But sometimes, no, you know what? I'm gonna let you continue because we're gonna speak exceptions and all of those things. But as a general rule, you're correct. All things being, I like to use the term "all things being equal."
Equal, yes.
Yeah,
all things being equal, guys who are taller tend to attract more female attention. Now, here's the thing: we know that there's more women than there are men, and because we live in a society that's largely, but generally shifting gently away from, but largely monogamous. You know, generally speaking, you know they can't take all of them, right? And then probably might not want all of them. Just because a guy can't get all those women doesn't mean that he wants to get all those women, right? But the fact of the matter is he has that advantage. So that's something you got to recognize. But as far as it comes to a physical strength and the appearance of having physical strength, those are things that we could change, right? So looks they do matter. And there's a lot of studies thus far that have corroborated that across the globe. We're talking, you know, so these are not things that we're talking about in a specific community. We're not talking about small sample sizes. We're talking about, you know, North America, Canada, Europe, China, across the globe. This is just what it is. Do you have any comments on that?
So, just so the gentlemen know, looks do matter. Now, are they the end-all, be-all? No. No. They're not the end-all, be-all. But they do matter. They are a factor. For anybody saying that they're not a factor, they're lying to you. Anybody telling you that looks are not a factor, they're lying to you. Now, you can get pussy paying for it. It doesn't matter what you look like. If we go to DR right now, they're going to fuck everybody. Like, you pay it. It's a job. You pay it. But in the, you know, general dating, you know, environment, looks do matter. Like he said, all things being equal. It's like when you play a game and you got the strength, agility, and all this other stuff. So you got the high looks, but low personality or game, or high looks, low money. So we're going to talk about, because Adam, I remember you kind of made a post on Facebook. We discussed, matter of fact, we discussed speaking to each other when one overrides the other. And I think you did kind of like a mathematical formula, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So, would you like me to elaborate that?
Yeah. Go into that a little bit.
So, looks, money, and status. A lot of people kind of get it confused that they think that those things are static as far as women's attraction to them, right? That she's always going to like looks over money or money over status, et cetera, and so forth. No. You know, a game is part of the equation, but even that doesn't matter after a certain age. I mean, the bottom line is that when a woman, typically speaking, the way that it works is when she's in her earlier years, her late teens, early 20s, looks tend to matter more. When she's in her early 30s, up until about 40 or so, money and status tend to matter, or money tends to matter. And then when she's, you know, over that age, then status tends to be, well, actually, I'm sorry, I had it reversed. 39, but in her early 30s to 40s, status tends to matter more. And then, of course, as she ages into her 40s, then money just beats everything. You could be a plumber as long as you're making the money she needs. And that correlates precisely with society, with socioeconomic status, right? Because women of higher socioeconomic status really don't care about money as much, right? They care more about looks and status because they already got the money, right? And that's why we can see, you know, you can look at perfect examples of women who have, you know, a lot of money. They typically go for looks and status, right? How many other people want that guy and what he looks like? Because they already got the money. And so ideally, looks and status matter more than anything else. But of course, we live in a society that's built upon, that has a built-in financial system. It's always been in human society. So you can't, you know, for the past several thousand years. So we can't really, or hundreds of years. So you can't really separate that. But the bottom line is this. Money basically represents resources. The bottom line is this. When she's in her teens and 20s, basically, she's living at home with mom and pop. So she don't got to worry about money because dad's taking care of it, right? When she moves into her 30s or so, her career is picking up, or, she's still working around. There's plenty of guys all over the place. So really it's more about the status, right? She's, especially if she's got college educated, she can get some money. She still gets help from her parents. But once she gets into her 40s and she needs to financially support her parents and financially support herself, the bills are picking up, her needs are picking up, her bills are picking up. See, now money begins to become more important, right? And that's just a tendency over time. But don't get it twisted, though. A guy who's rich can still pick up 20-year-olds. A guy with a lot of status can still pick up, 20-year-olds, right? But it's just a tendency over time. If you look at a localized area, if you look at any particular hood, you're going to see this dynamic play out. What do you think about that?
All right, before I address that, I'm gonna read some of these comments, right? So DT Crypto says they want you to hold frame alpha through her misandry than speaking. All right. Black dating coaches do not believe in receipts. This is facts. I need receipts, man. I got them. I need them. Shout out to Michael Gomez. Black dating coaches do not believe in receipts. When you selling this, you got to have receipts. You got to have testimonials. You got to have something to back up your shit, whatever your knowledge is or whatever, because there's no certificates in game coaches. They ain't no degrees. They ain't no nothing. You walk into a doctor's office, you see the degree on the wall. So as far as a game coach is concerned, I need to see some hot chicks. Show me them hot chicks that you be gaming, that you be bagging. I want to see that. His ass, my man Mike said, yeah, they call in to get clowned. Right. Said that's a valid point. I'm not saying nobody's names. Okay. So all right. So look. You're talking about. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. Not at all. Not even close. All right, well, to be honest, the black game coaches downplay looks. They say you're putting pussy on a pedestal if you desire a hot chick. What kind of gaslighting bullshit is that? How you gonna sell me to get the hot chick, then tell me something wrong with me because I want the shit that you're selling me the ability to do?
Not as advertised.
How does this work?
You ever see those commercials? You ever see those commercials where you see McDonald's or something have the picture of the burger and then a small print it says food may not look like actual photo?
Some bullshit. Yeah. They're like, oh, I played the lotto and I win. Oh, you just want money. Hell yeah, motherfucker, I want money. That's why I play the fucking lotto. You're gonna try to guilt me for playing the lotto. If I lost, you would have kept my money. I won, so pay me. You just want money. Like, motherfucker, you said I get the hot chicks. These motherfuckers, and I notice everything make you weak. Anything you want make you weak. Right? They're game coaches. If you can't take an open relationship and share your woman with the world, then that makes you weak. I notice everything a motherfucker doing in his personal life, if you don't do it, then you weak.
Yep. Well, what's another good one? Oh yeah, if you want a chick with low body count, you can't count it anyway, so why bother? Like anything that a man actually wants, it's basically shifting. It's what they do in the service industry where they're adjusting expectations, but they're adjusting it so low that anything counts as a win.
Fuck out of here, man. Let me tell you something. Let me give you some motherfucking game, gentlemen. Anything you want or don't want in a relationship, and you assert that you don't want it or want it, all right? That shows strength. I don't care what it is. you want to share your woman, or if you don't give a fuck who your woman is fucking, that's your business. If you want your woman to yourself, that's your business. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you are demanding, these women are out here talking about they need a nigga like this, they need him to look like that, they need him to have this, they need him all this shit that they need, right? These motherfuckers telling you ain't gotta have none of that. Just have game, but anything you want makes you weak. Even if you want the hot chick, they selling the game to you to get. That sound like game. They ain't selling game, they gaming your ass. That's the game, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Let's run through a few more of these, man, and we're gonna talk about looks. We ain't done with looks yet. All right, shout out Bit of Truth. I don't know if you're still there, man, but he say he gonna lay down. He got cotton to pick in the morning. So we're gonna let Bit of Truth show pick his cotton. He said, hey, bro, stop saying hot chicks. Yo, how the fuck, man? You gonna teach me the game to get some shit you gonna guilt me out of wanting? What kind of shit is this? I wonder how much some of these packages be costing. I wonder the niggas be paying for these packages. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, I said it in creating high value. Let's talk about looks for a second, and then we're gonna go into some of Adam, we're gonna go into some of your links.
Cool.
You want to improve your looks? I don't care what you look like. I don't care how tall you are or are not. I don't care. We know what women like. They tell us. Why are we trying? This shit is not a puzzle. It's not a mystery. Women say every day what they like. They say it every day. Every day they say it. Y'all see me, motherfuckers who follow me on Facebook. I get up in the morning and do 300 fucking push-ups. Yeah, 300, like the movie, nigga. 300 push-ups in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You follow me on Instagram, you see all the vegetables and the mushrooms and the lean meats I eat. Not only does this help you look good, but you might live a few more years. But I don't care what your face looks like. You've all smashed the not so pretty chick with the banging body. If you ain't a handsome motherfucker, get your body right. Get your body right. I guarantee you your shit will change. I don't have to tell you the information. It should be obvious. We don't need a one-on-one session. You want to feel like it's one-on-one? Hey, guys, get your body right, man. Hey, whatever your name is, get your body right, man. Get your body right. Put the fork down. We tell the women do the same thing. We tell the Lizzos and all of them, put the fork down. This is for you, gentlemen. It works for men too. Trust me, I know from experience. Get you some nice shit that fits you right. Y'all see how I look now, but when I do not look like this. I clean up very fucking well. I clean up very well. So as far as looks is concerned, oh, excuse me, Mr. DT Crypto. Hold on, let me throw that up there. Mr. DT Crypto, I appreciate that. What old folks say, man, I needed that $100. There you go. I appreciate it. I needed that $100. My man says, fire truck. Just go to the gym. I don't care if it's Planet Fitness. Go to the gym, fellas. DT Crypto, I really appreciate that. Go to the gym. This info. You You know what I'm saying? That's it. He said, my man says, I'm waiting for y'all to drop some free game. I'm broke. You're lying, nigga. I know you in real life. That nigga got paper. Oh, did I say that? Uh-oh. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to, Nah, he broke, y'all. He ain't got it. That nigga ain't got it. So check this out. Height, it matters, like Megan said, we were goofy. Because I beat out some real tall niggas for some broads. Because they were goofy. Looks, how you sell your appearance. Your appearance matters, man. It matters. What's the matter with your shit up? I see guys on the internet talking about, well, I ain't got to lie. Why I gotta lie my shit up? Because Pookie ain't gotta do this and Pookie ain't gotta do that. You not Pookie. To be honest, Pookie do line the shit up. One thing Pookie do get right is looks. Am I lying? You there?
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. One thing Pookie do is they stay. Look, anybody who been, see, that's how you can tell someone who don't be in a black neighborhood. Because anyone who been in a black neighborhood, you've been to a barber shop, you will see Pookie getting lined. Hell, even when I was working in the jails and the prisons, even when I was working in juvie, niggas stay in the barber shop. You want to learn how to cut hair in the.
Hold on. You want to talk about who you was, a CO?
Yeah, I was. Well, I can't say specifically what I was doing in there.
Okay.
I used to work. Yeah, I used to work. I used to contract with Rikers Island. I used to be on in different detention centers.
Gotcha.
And I used to work upstate. For confidentiality reasons, I can't mention exactly what I used to do.
Well, I can mention. So I used to be a CO. I was a CO. What's the most common thing you see on Pookie head? What's the most common thing you see on Pookie head? Pookie, so-called Pookie. Pookie, what he wear on his head? Fucking do-rag. You see girls come out, what they wear? Bonnets. If Pookie got hair, Pookie got the do-rag on, he got the spinning waves. They spinning, nigga, they spinning. That nigga Pookie, I hate I'm saying Pookie this much, but that nigga Pookie, that nigga Pookie, right? Pook doggy dog. I guess Adam will be back with us. But Pook will save up his money for the new J's. Y'all all seen Paid in Full. Y'all all see Paid in Full. Niggas make sure they take the toothbrush and scrub the sneakers. They get the crispy jeans. They get all that shit, right? Your looks matter. They matter, gentlemen. Y'all don't sound like the women that say, well, I'm a big girl, but, I'm a good woman, so niggas should fuck with me. Don't sound like them. It matters. Then you won't have to holler at game coaches. Adam, you there? Let me unmute him. But I'm just telling you, looks do matter, man. You get your look right, you look together, and it's not just about being in shape, but it's also about how you dress, man. It's about how you dress, man. Now, don't get it twisted. I done bag chicks with the worst shit on. So now, game is a thing. So I'm not sitting here saying game is an illusion or game is game or game is not. So there's looks, money, status, but there is game. Game is a real thing. What I consider game is your social skills. You have to be able to talk to a woman. I've said in the previous video that I used to work in a sneaker store, for those from New York, you know this is VIM. Sites Media, you know VIM. Sites Media says, facts, I do push-ups every day. Now, at least 200 combined throughout the day. Gotta look good as you get older. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Sites. I see you. My man O, same thing. You from New York, you know VIM. I worked the bag check at VIM, and I asked every female that walked in that store and approached the bag check. Every woman that checked the bag, I asked them for their phone number. You know what I'm saying? Who's this? Bugs, East New York. Shout out to Bugs. Thanks for that super chat. We do a Corey Hall call. Yeah, I needed that $10. Thank you. Bugs, East New York. I worked at I'm in Nevada. I'm not in New York. I figure E&Y stands for East New York. That's what it looks like to me. I'm a Brooklyn dude, so that's what it looks like to me. You from East New York. I worked at Ely, Nevada. It's a maximum security. Okay. I worked up there. So I know how they do up there, man. Held them dudes down up there. They love it. I never had motherfuckers talking about shit that happened. Oh, no doubt. East New York, right. So what I'm saying is every woman that walked into there asked for the phone number. And that was me getting past the rejection. If you have a problem approaching women, approach all the women. I don't care if you want to call them or not. If you're interested in them or not, get past that rejection shit. Once you get enough no in your system and you realize you didn't die, now you ready for action. But I'm going to tell you this. You'll be surprised who says yes. You start hollering at every chick, every woman you see. See, I don't know how that'll play now because this is that era. But you will be surprised who says yes to you. Yes, when I was a youngster, I was playing the numbers game. Not because I wanted results. That wasn't for results. I swear to God. I remember doing it because I'm somebody who I got this thing. Like if I'm scared to do something, I face the shit, right? So a couple of things I got to do. I got to jump out of fucking plane. I'm serious. I got to jump out of plane. I got to do it. Right. But that's what I did. That's what you got to do, fellas. Anybody here who is scared to approach women, approach all the women. When you first start doing it, you're going to be nervous. If you don't get the numbers, who cares? Who cares? Approach the women that you think ain't going to give you the number, that are not going to talk to you. You think they're not going to talk to you. You think they out of your league. Approach them so they can tell you no on purpose, so you can hear no. So you can hear no and then walk away like I made it. You go through 30, 40, 50 women telling you no. After a while, who cares? Yes, exposure therapy. I guess that would be a name for it. Approach all of them. The funny thing about it is, if you approach that many women, somebody's going to give you their number. It's crazy. Somebody is going to give you their number. You'd be surprised. Somebody's going to give you their number, man. Right? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm sorry, man. I got dropped.
Right. So let's go. Let's start going into these links, bro.
Yeah, I just got to go to these links. You know,
so what's up? What's up? Talk to me.
One thing I did want to mention before we begin, which is pretty interesting, is when you compare the results, and which we'll see this in the study, you can actually compare basically looks, money, and game give you, right? And see what the results are. You know, and looks, money, and status, money actually was able to push people up two points on the look scale. Just by having money, they appeared more attractive. Whereas game only allowed people who normally got one number were able to get three numbers, you know, in and out. So there is some data to suggest that it's a little better. But yeah, let's start with the first link there.
So this would be the sex differences and the implications of partner physical attractiveness.
Yes.
For the trajectory. Okay, so I'm going to share that link, right? I already got it pulled up, right? And when we get to game, I'm going to define what game is, because I think that a lot of people got it twisted what game actually is. Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So let's not get into that yet. I'm going to pull up this here. All right. So sex differences in the implications of partner physical attractiveness for the trajectory of marital satisfaction. Wow, they talking about in marriage. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Satisfaction. So, did you read any of this?
Yes.
So what do you want me to jump to? Or you want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah, let's just do the abstract here, and then we can discuss from there.
Okay, so do men value physical attractiveness in a mate more than women? Scientists in numerous disciplines believe that they do, but recent research using speed dating paradigms suggests that males and females are equally influenced by physical attractiveness when choosing potential mates.
All right, so let's stop right there.
Yeah.
So what the audience needs to realize here is that first sentence is very powerful, right? I mean, the first sentence after the question, right? Yeah. Scientists in numerous disciplines believe that they do, right? So with regards to physical attractiveness in regards to a mate. So when it comes to marriage and long-term relationships, men basically looks matter more, right, than women for long-term relationships. But notice here, it says, but recent research using speed dating paradigms, right, suggests that males and females are equally influenced by physical attractiveness. Now, speed dating refers to, in this particular context, refers to basically looking for sex. That's a nice way of saying people who are looking for sex, hookups, one-night stands. Yeah. So when it comes to sexual appeal, according to what the speed dating paradigm is showing, is that women care just as much about looks when it comes to men. So the whole idea is that you just need game, or all this other stuff if you want to be attractive to women, for sex or for anything short term. It's that game by itself, all the stuff by itself is false. What the data shows is that women care just as much about looks when it comes to anything that's short term or for sex. But go ahead, if we could finish some of the, just a few more sentences I hear. So
nevertheless, the premise of the current work is that sex differences in the importance of physical attractiveness are the most likely to emerge in research on long-term relationships. Accordingly, the current work drew from 4 independent longitudinal studies to examine sex differences and the implications of partner physical attractiveness for trajectories of marital satisfaction. All right, and I want to emphasize marital satisfaction. In other words, like what? Happy marriage or successful marriage is what we're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, so in all 4 studies, both partners' physical attractiveness was objectively rated at baseline, and both partners reported their marital satisfaction up to 8 times over the first 4 years of marriage, whereas husbands were more satisfied at the beginning of the marriage and remained more satisfied over the next 4 years to the extent that they had an attractive wife, wives were no more or less satisfied initially or over the next 4 years to the extent they had an attractive husband. Most importantly, a direct test indicated partner physical attractiveness played a larger role in predicting husband satisfaction than predicting wives' satisfaction. These findings strengthen support for the idea that gender differences in self-reported preferences for physical attraction or attractiveness do have implications for long-term relationship outcomes.
Now, the reason why this study is important is because it makes a distinction between short-term and long-term. A lot of dating coaches don't really make the difference. They're like, hey, if you want to get a woman you want to marry, you can use game for that. If you want to get women just for sex, you could do that. You can get women for whatever you want. And all you need is game. What we're telling you is that there is a distinction between short-term and long-term. And you got to figure out what you're looking for. There are things that affect, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, if you want to get married, well, you know, while looks is important and it will definitely boost your initial attraction, as the speed dating shows, for long-term relationships, looks don't matter as much, right? Mostly because she cares more about other qualities, such as your resources, your social status, right? Even intelligence to an extent. But looks don't matter as much for the long term, right? And this, it may seem kind of strange using all these scientific terms, etc., these big words. But the bottom line is this: you look at chicks who are single mothers, they date the guy that they think is hot. They date the pookie, they have his kid. But then when they look to get married, they never want to marry those. If you guys have ever watched a Kevin Samuels show, you know, or you know, any of these shows where, you know, guys interview women who happen to be single mothers, they never want to marry the baby daddy. They never want to marry the baby daddy. They always want another guy for long-term relationships. Now, we often refer to this as the dual mating strategy, but this study basically confirms that in short. And so if you want to get the quote-unquote hot girl, obviously for the purposes of having sex with her, you know, then you want to maximize your looks, because as it says here, for short-term relationships, for speed dating, that matters just as much to women as it does to men. So if looks are extremely important to you, it means everything for her for short-term. But for long-term, it doesn't matter. So you really have to decide as a man, what am I looking for? Am I looking to settle down, to marry some chick, or even not to marry, but to have like a long-term relationship or something, right? If you're looking for, because, you know, we don't really advocate marriage over here like that. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, then, you know, looks are, while they're important, you don't have to emphasize them as much, right? Based on the results of this study. But if you want sexual appeal, there is no way around looks. Just like a ugly chick is an instant turn off for you as a man, based on the speed dating paradigms, or paradigms, let's just go, is just as important for the woman you're looking at. But that's basically it for this study. You have any more comments on this one?
Yeah, so first of all, shout out to Tyrese. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for that super chat. He says, what up? What's going on, Playboy? We up in here, you already know. Speaking from the perspective, and I'm gonna give, this is going to be an anecdotal argument that I'm going to make. Speaking from somebody, coming from somebody who lived this, you know what I'm saying? The things that I've done from that time that I'm talking about to now to improve my appearance. Because people tend to look at me and they'll say, oh, Marcus, you know, I've had guys on Facebook say, you know, you can't say, you know, I hate to say it, but, you know, these guys, oh, but you're an attractive guy. These are guys saying this. Now, it's not fair for you to say this because you're an attractive guy. While I appreciate the compliment, I do a lot to look a certain way. I do a whole fucking lot. And my man, Rodimus is up in here. He knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are my dudes in New York. Like, I clean up. When I'm going to a place with his women, I don't just show up in that motherfucker. And you got to put some effort in, right? Even if you're born with the looks, right? You got guys that are born with looks that think they got game because they got women. But if you are born and you don't have what women are looking for, you know, you gotta put rims on it, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tint the windows, man. I'm gonna read some of these comments in a second, but what I'm saying is game is what you do or what you affect when you don't have the product. Game is like selling, and me and you spoke on this. Game is like selling a woman a vacuum cleaner. She ain't got carpet. That's what game is. Game is selling. Game is selling. Right? To be honest, to a certain extent, dressing up a certain way is a part of game because you're it's like girls who put makeup on and put hair on and all that shit. They're like that hamburger that you said that's in the ad that ain't what you gonna get, but that's what they're selling. Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. But you got guys who don't want to put in that work. The work of, you know, improving the presentation of the thing you're selling, which is yourself. Whatever your goal is, whether it's long-term or short-term, doesn't matter. Not to me. You understand what I'm saying? What matters is that it matters to the person you're selling to. But game is when you can make someone look past the things that they're looking for that you don't have.
Yeah.
The more you have intrinsically, the less you have to sell. Lamborghinis, they don't have a marketing strategy. There's no commercial on TV for Lambos. There's no commercial on TV for Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
There are things in this world that sell themselves. So we talking about guys that are 6 feet plus, athletic build, long hair, don't care. When you are one of these guys, you don't have to have game. Game is cool if you got it, but you don't have to have it because if you're born the Lambo or you're born the Ferrari, then you don't have to sell as much. So hold on, let me go to K Dot. K Dot says, Black men, we are the most hated human being on the planet. Even our women hate us. Why? Because they're poor choices. All right. Respect, brother Marcus. Another poignant topic. Oh, Dr. Zayas. I know who this is. Was good, Playboy. Dr. Zayas. All right. He said, I don't know. I've seen some ugly pookies with the baddies growing up. Yeah, that's game. Might be game, might be those other things we're about to talk about. Because again, even if you're ugly, right? I don't know if they were fat or short pookies. There's always a redeeming quality.
Facts.
There's always a redeeming quality. You will hardly ever see dudes who don't have any redeeming qualities. They're short. They're everything that women aren't looking for. Short, broke, overweight, and socially awkward. Nobodies.
Yep. They gotta have something.
With a hot, with a baddie. That you won't see.
Hell, it's hard to find it with anybody.
You know, you might see that in the movies where the nerd gets the girl at the end and he's awkward and all this other shit. All right. Gucci Mane will get more sisters than Russell Wilson or Will Smith. But Gucci Mane is cleaned up. See, understand you guys are getting facial appearance confused with overall appearance.
Yes.
Okay? They talking like a man has to be facially pretty or cute or handsome. That's not how it works. Listen, my business has been women for over 20, maybe 20 and a half years. Okay? You don't have to be, as men, you do not, to be honest, I was, a matter of fact, hey, Adam, you was on the phone with me with a shorty. This was the other day.
Yep.
She actually said that she don't like pretty niggas.
Yeah, I remember that.
He heard it. He heard her say it.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to mention this, yo.
She repeated it like 4 or 5 times too.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like pretty dudes. Of course, you know, hood chick. It's my homie though. She's my homie. I forgot to send her this link because we on here talking about this shit now. But at the end of the day, that shit might work against you. Now, nobody's saying look terrible in the face, but at the end of the day, somebody like Gucci Mane, because you mentioned Gucci Mane, he has other redeeming qualities in his appearance. Gucci Mane lost all the weight.
And I do want to add something too. I remember you said, you know, at the end of those movies, the nerdy guy gets the chick. And the interesting thing is, a lot of people forget during the movie, the nerdy guy does all his crazy, ridiculous shit to get that at the end. He makes himself the complete ass. I mean, he has to be the best utility. He has to save the whole world and do all that extra shit. You know, and we know in real life, it still don't work like that. You can save the whole world, do everything for a chick, and you're still not getting that ass. So, you know, that just leave that shit to the movies. that ain't real life. That don't work.
I want to read this, right? So Nigel says the 800-pound elephant in the room is tool size. It affects most guys' confidence and or effects towards the upkeep of themselves for a desired outcome in dating. That's facts.
There is a study. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
A female friend of mine told me, she said, every arrogant man doesn't have a big dick, but every man with a big dick is arrogant. This is what she said to me. Now, this is a female that told me this. I don't know shit about that. So I have no choice but to believe her. And if you're a woman in the chat, and I don't know if Brandy's still there, to verify that, it sounds like it makes sense to me, right? It's like, you know, the girl with the fat ass is confident. The only thing is that, you know, girls don't know your dick size.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, Michael Gomez says an ugly pookie could be a D-boy with your status, in my opinion. Yeah, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we get the status later. I did see. I actually did read a study on that. I got to see if I can pull it up without dropping out. There is actually a study on women using different techniques to estimate, you know, Johnson size, and it was interesting because I remember we had a conversation with an individual, and she was making you know, assumptions about the potential you know, Johnson size and Johnson game, you know, of different guys. And so there's actually a study I read that where women use different metrics, you know, which typically correlated with height, to estimate how big Johnson was, you know, and it would make sense, right? I mean, if that's what she's interested in, heterosexual women are interested in Johnson size. We know they like appearance. So if they're interested in that, of course, they're going to come up with ways to try and figure it out. Now, how accurate it is irrelevant. The fact of the matter is they're trying to figure it out, you know? So, I mean, that just is what it is, you know? So yeah, it may have an effect, but again, that could be considered a part of looks, but it's not really, because again, looks is about your appeal, right? What you actually look like, what a person can see. We're not considering what they can't see, unless you're wearing gray sweatpants or something. Like, it is what it is. But, you know, in this case, like Marcus said earlier, we're not even considering facial structure. We're just talking about height and shoulder to waist ratio, or the appearance of strength. The stronger you appear.
At the risk, I'm gonna say this. I said it 3 times. I'm gonna throw a huge pause here. For my New York guys, you know what pause means.
Pause.
Okay. If you got it like that, I suggest the gray sweatpants. It's a strategy that works. I'm wearing gray sweats right now.
It is what it is.
Now, this has gotten me a lot of success. If you got it like that, rock the gray sweatpants. Especially when this bitch is around. We used to throw parties, strip parties, underground parties. Niggas know. I had 2 spots in New York. We did underground parties. Did that every time we did a party. It was my uniform. Tank top, gray sweats. This is a very good time of my life. Okay? This is a great period of my life. My man Rod's gonna watch this later. And he knows what I'm talking about. My man Rod's gonna watch this later. That was a great period of my life. Yo, I don't give a fuck what you look like facially. Gray sweatpants. Do it if you can. That's some game I'm gonna throw. That's free game. It's free. Or get a roll of quarters. Okay. Hey, look. My man DT. Look. Said the trick is gray sweats, no jaw. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn what a big black dick look like today.
Yeah, man. That's just it. Just is what it is.
So what I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck what this shit look like. You gotta play your cards, okay? Play your cards, gentlemen. Don't be shy. We play to win. Oh, shout out to my man. So my man Rob. He got the story where he goes and buys his Camry. Yeah, I'm telling the motherfucker. He goes to buy his Camry. And his man had a Yukon or some shit like this. So my man Rob goes to get his brand new Camry. And pulls up on the block in the new shit. And got niggas hurt in their feelings. Now I said new. He's gonna say, nah, it was used. It was new enough, nigga. He pulled up, hurt niggas' feelings. He says, just a Camry, son. It ain't a Benz. Don't give a fuck. Newer than their shit.
Facts.
The bitches are looking at you. You got the juice now. Status. Money. This is what this is communicating.
Yeah.
Whatever you got, if you got some paper, communicate. Somebody said earlier, don't lead with money. No, fuck that. Don't lead spending money. But look like money. Lead looking like money. Depends on what your goal is. You trying to fuck? Lead with money.
Yep. There's one more. Well, go ahead, man. I don't want to cut you off. There's one more of these things I want to look at.
Yeah, definitely. On the looks end, or you want to move on to money?
I'll do one more on looks. I think looks. We don't need the other studies on that. I think it just is what it is.
Okay. So I'm gonna read some short things. Okay. Cues of upper body strength account for most of the variance in men's bodily attractiveness. Okay.
Yeah, let's look at that one. I'm gonna read let's read the titles of the last two, just so people know, women want taller men more than men want shorter women.
Yes.
And then there's another psychology today why many women want to be with tall men. So those we don't got to read. Those articles are there. The links are there. You can hit up Marcus. You can hit up myself. We got the data. We don't got to go over all of it. I think this point is thoroughly established. Looks freaking matter.
We don't have to do too much science because science gets boring for niggas. But at the end of the day, I want to, cues of upper body strength. I want to stress that.
Yeah,
upper body strength. I'm a copy this, and I'm going to put it in the chat and then put it on the screen. Cues of upper body strength, because I tell guys this shit, and they talk to me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Cues of upper body strength account for most of the variance in men's bodily attractiveness. This is why dudes work on chest, shoulders, back, and arms. Arms, chest, shoulders. You see my profile picture there. Okay. Arms, chest, shoulders, back. My nigga, I don't give a fuck what you look like in the face. Shabba Ranks done fucked a lot of bitches. That motherfucker was in shape like a motherfucker.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell you guys, and if you don't want to listen, then fuck it. This ain't game. This is obvious.
I like that.
The thing is, understand. See, it's easier for guys to, and hear me out, Adam. It's easier for guys to affect their physical appearance than it is for them to change their personalities.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't play a character, because I tell people all the time, is one of the guys said it in the chat, that something about it's easy. Okay, sounds like you can't go wrong being arrogant. This is facts, but you have to build that confidence from something. To be honest, the what the gym and fitness gives you, it gives you confidence. It gives you confidence. When girls see confidence, it's like the whole girl said. She said all niggas with big dicks got. They arrogant. So when you're arrogant, you're communicating what they say. What's the term? Pause. Big dick energy. Y'all ever heard this phrase? Pause. Big dick energy. Confidence communicates big dick energy. That's the game. Bitch, I'm that nigga. Bitch, you need me. Bitch, you ain't shit without me. Rick James, bitch. Morris Day, bitch. Prince was a little nigga. That nigga was getting bitches before Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So what are we moving on to? We moving on to money?
Oh yeah, we moving on to money. Because niggas get it twisted about. People get it twisted about money real easy.
So okay, so we got women do really do fancy rich men more than men fancy rich women. We say what makes a man attractive, and we got men's social status and attractiveness, women's receptivity to men's date. What is this? Date requests.
Yes. So let's look at just two of those. The first one.
And let's run through them real quick, because I think we all know that bitches like money. I think that's obvious.
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, yeah, that's the thing. The first one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just read this sentence here. A new study looking at groups in Europe, China, and America suggests that women are 4 times as sensitive to salary when considering a male partner as men are when choosing a female partner. So, I think that just basically speaks for itself. What makes a man attractive? That one also goes over money. Yeah, we could look at this list, the men's social status and attractiveness. We could look at that one real quick. I mean, we really don't got to go too much into it.
So let's open it up. I'm down to open it up. So let me open it up. These are peer fucking studies, okay? Just want people to understand. All right. This ain't some bullshit that we showing to y'all. So let me put that up on the screen.
Right? While you're doing that, that's like you said, these are peer-reviewed studies. A lot of stuff that dating coaches talk about. I do have one study on game itself. So that the last one we consider, but for the most part, most of the guys they don't have any way to prove what their stuff is. Everything we're talking about has been tried. It's true. It's proven. Like Marcus' lived experiences, his lived experience. He said all this stuff is true. I've lived through this shit myself. I've seen it on one end when I wasn't getting it like that, and then I see it on the other hand once I got all my stuff together. Like I could see the difference like night and day, Start working out, start getting my paper up. Anyway, let's look at this, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all good. So research has found that for long-term dating, women value men with greater financial resources and higher status. Newsflash.
There we go.
Newsflash. While for short-term dating, they value men with greater physical attractiveness. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up over the screen. However, there are discrepant results for both long and short-term dating. As for most of the previous studies, use only questionnaires. We conducted a field experiment to evaluate women's receptivity to men's date requests. Young male confederates who ostensibly had high, middle, or low incomes, depending on the experimental condition, asked young women walking down the street for their phone number. We found that men's financial resources were positively associated with compliance to their requests. Now check this out. Before I continue, what makes you think now this is dudes walking down the street asking for phone numbers?
Yep.
That means in order for you to get the number, it's not like she know what you do or how much you make. It's about what they're looking at.
Exactly.
It's about what they see.
And that's why it said here, young male confederates who ostensibly, right? That word basically refers to people who are showing off, obviously, right? That's basically being very showy. That, like you said, getting that new Camry, getting getting out your Mercedes, rolling out the watch, like just showing that you got the bread.
Just showing it, like my nigga Rob. Nick Rob, I can't let you do this to me, player. All the niggas on the block, my man Rodimus, it was used, God. It doesn't matter. You shitting on us, man.
Exactly. It don't matter because look, like it said, ostensibly high middle, right? And it showed that there's a positive correlation, right? Correlation means that it's related, right? Not necessarily that's causal, but it related. There's a positive correlation between the two, right? So
my man Mark, real quick, shout out to my man Mark. I didn't know he was there. He said Big Dick Energy rules. My man Mark. Oh man, me and this motherfucker go back so long. Shout out to Mark. It's a childhood friend of mine, man. Childhood, man. This is my guy. Okay? Shout out to him. Yo, continue. I'm sorry, man. But yeah,
ostensibly, yeah. And so
ostensibly, I'm fucking up. Ostensibly.
Nah, don't worry about it. And the interesting thing is the first sentence confirms what we just confirmed the first time, right? Typically speaking, looks will beat money for short-term dating, as in women's dating strategy changes over time. For long-term relationships, they finances make men more attractive, or resources, basically. For short-term dating, their looks matter. That's what the speed dating test results show. This study, however, showed that men who were showing off their wealth, who are ostensibly, it's not enough to just have the bread. You got to show off that bread. And you not only have to show off the bread, you have to show it off in a way that the women really understand. You can't walk down the street in a Versace suit and expect hood rats to really understand that that's a $1,000 piece that you got on, right? That you rocking a suit that's worth more than her 2-week paycheck, right? You got to rock what she understands to be wealth. Got to have the showy shit. Just whatever your target female is, you got to get the expensive shit that she would understand. And that's what this study really shows here, that they were able to get more numbers the more they showed off their wealth to indicate their high status. So money matters not only for long term, but also for short term. So if you increase your looks, like Marcus said, that your appearance of strength, the upper body strength, you show off those looks, you show off your money, you're going to get, it's just going to happen. It's going to happen for you. So easy.
This is the thing. Depending on what women prioritize, because different women prioritize different shit, right? Yeah. Let's read through the rest of this real quick. So,
I think that's good for this, for the most part.
We found that men's financial resources were positively associated with compliance to their requests. Evolutionary theory proposing that women select men with greater resources for them and their offspring is used to explain the results. Okay, so now this is money, the money section, but understand looks communicate income. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, get a Breitling watch. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't hurt your cause. It doesn't hurt your cause. Understand, right? There are things, because different women are different. Some women are about your looks and your body, because they about the dick. Some women are about the dick, especially when these women are getting it on their own. They are about the dick. The more cards you have in your favor, the higher your chances. If you're a guy who's in shape, and we're going to talk about the things that can be affected right now. That can be affected. If you're a guy that's in shape, you dress well, and you communicate well, your chances of at least fucking go up. They just do. Don't fucking argue with me about this. It's just the fucking truth. Right? Game, your social skills help. Money helps. And when we say money, what I'm talking about is communicating money through either your demeanor or your appearance. I'm not telling motherfuckers the trick. I'm not telling niggas not the trick. Do what the fuck you want to do. Okay? But if I'm playing spades with a motherfucker, and I think me and you discussed this, there are cards that guarantee books, and there are possibles. Right? We discussed this on the Jack with Shorty. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. You hear me?
We're talking about spades game. Nothing beats the big joker. Nothing. There's not a hand you're gonna play that you're not gonna get a book if you got the big joker. For my spades niggas. I don't care if you from New York. I don't care if you from Midwest and y'all play the funny version of spades with the other cards that we don't use. I like to fuck with Midwest niggas. Shout out to Megatron and Brandy up in there. Y'all play that funny spades. But at the end of the day, if it's visible, it's like what I was talking about, the Benz keychain, right? The Bentley keychain. Indicators. You have to indicate shit. You don't have to say, yo, shorty, I'm getting money. You ain't got to take the money and put the shit right here to your head. There are indicators of income. Indicators. And that's another thing. The more of these things you do, the less game you got to have.
Indeed. And in fact, we just read, it showed that the guys literally just walked up and down the street and asked the chick for their number. And the more money they showed that they had, the more likely women were to give them their number. I mean, what game is that? They just walk up the street and say, "Hey, shorty, what's your number?" That's literally what they asked. They just walked up down the street, asked random chicks what their number was, and when they showed up that they had more money, it was more likely that chicks would give them the number. So, like Marcus just said, we know what it is. We know what it is.
So metaphor says looking at the shoes first. I don't think there's a man in the chat that didn't notice a woman looking at their feet. I have. They look here first, and then they go straight down to your feet. What that tells me is they look at you. If they like what they see, then they look at them feet. If they don't find you attractive, they might look at your feet. So Nigel says, it all varies though. Nothing is set in stone, of course. Absolutely. Looks only matter during high school. After that, it becomes 1, 2, 2, money, 3. Depends on how grown these chicks are.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the studies we showed were here's the thing, Nigel. Actually, some of the studies, looked at high school. In fact, during high school, there was one study I read that showed that during high school, yes, looks mattered almost more than anything else, even status, right? But most of the studies we're looking at university students, college students, and eventually, adults. So for the most part, looks mattered pretty much forever. It's just can she get a guy with those looks, right? Or will that guy with the looks be useful to her, after she's already got the kids, right? It changes with time. I sent you a couple of but that is a good list there. I sent you the first one I want you to look at. This is for status, right? The first, I think I sent you one image first because it would be a PDF you'd have to download. It says high status men, but not women, capture the eye of the beholder. We could just read the abstract there.
Okay, so 2 studies tested the hypothesis. See, we start saying words like hypothesis, motherfuckers about to drop off the line.
Well, how about this? I'll just explain I'll just say what the result is. We don't gotta read it.
I'm gonna read it. The motherfuckers need this science, okay? Y'all don't need God, y'all need science, nigga.
Now we could just, the summary of it basically is men who have actually it's in the title. Men who have high status, but not women who have high status, are more attractive. That's really the bottom line. Now, everyone can read the study. This is the study here if you guys want the proof. But the bottom line is we could just skip right on past status because the proof is in the pudding. If you got high status, then women will pay attention to you. But no one gives a damn if a woman has high status.
Nah.
And that's the bottom line.
That been their problem for a long time. They think, if they get status, motherfuckers dick get hard.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing.
It's not how that works.
The other studies I sent you say basically the same thing. The cues of social status, association between attractiveness, dominance, and status. And basically the bottom line is, again, we can post this if people want them, but it's really just to bolster the points that everyone already knows to be true. The bottom line is people who were perceived to have higher status also were perceived to be more dominant and more attractive. That's just the bottom line. If we could just cut it short right there. So,
listen, man, we all know that Junebug that was hustling when he pulled up in the 1998 whatever in 98, he was getting all the bitches. Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. We know that, right? I don't think money. We can move past money because money is the obvious one. When my man said years ago, he said money is the great equalizer. Now, don't get it twisted. There's women out there that don't give a fuck about money. Like it's not their calling card, right? It's not their calling card. But at the end of the day, it helps. Welvin the Great was getting bitches.
Yeah.
Welvin the Great was getting bitches. I bumped into this motherfucker in the airport. Yo, I do a lot of traveling and I be seeing niggas out. I see niggas out, man. And yo, baggage claim was a motherfucker with this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna move on to the next. Where we going? We going to status?
Well, status, we just finished that one, so we could go on to the game. So the last two we just read, we kind of skimmed through the abstracts of them, but it really is, we kind of get the gist of it. So we had the 4 studies we went over. I think we went over 2 of them on looks. We had the 2 or 3 studies we went over on money, and we just went over 2 studies that show status, just status by itself. Men who have high status capture the eye of women, and men who are perceived to have high status are also perceived to be more dominant and more attractive, even when they actually aren't, right? So, looks, money, and status, that's solidified. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about those don't matter no more. We have the proof. We know it empirically. We see it in everyday life. We have academic peer-reviewed studies that say it. Anybody who says looks, money, status doesn't matter is a charlatan. Well, let me not call out people. Look, I'm just saying, if they say it don't matter, they don't really know the whole picture. I'm gonna be nice. They don't know the whole picture, or they're trying to sell a product. But we got the last one here. It's only one study I found thus far that actually studies flirting or seduction.
Before we get into that, I want to read some comments, right?
Okay.
I want to read some comments. And shout out to my man Diego. He said, I was taking pictures at a club in Delaware. Weldon was there, and he had 3 bitches leaving with him. This is a guy who's autistic.
Wow.
It's an autistic guy, bro, people. Hold on. Let this sink in for a minute. This man is autistic. Three bitches leaving with him. He's autistic, y'all. Are y'all feeling me yet? He's autistic. Okay, we all know about Flavor Flav and the Flavor Love and this nigga kissing and fucking all these bitches on TV. Diego, now you know me from the industry, and we got our industry live coming up. I'm stacking up my industry guys, man. That shit's gonna be interesting for y'all. I'm gonna tell just so everybody knows, Diego is a photographer. You know, we shot all the girls, all the urban girls you see in all these magazines and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I got a live coming up where I got a bunch of photographer dudes. My man Artie from Sweets Magazine. If you ever heard of Sweets Magazine, my man Artie is going to join us. You know what I'm saying? My man Rafis. All right. I'm going to be in this motherfucker Body Magazine. If you ain't never see Body Magazine, you're fucking up. Who else we got? My man Jay. Jay is going to be in here with us. And my man Lloyd. I'm going to try to get Lloyd, man. I'm going to try to get Lloyd. Lloyd is like a wild card. I'm going to try to get Lloyd Parks up in here from Gorgeous Magazine. Yeah, Jay Sadiq. JL Sadiq, he has his own YouTube channel, and he talks about some of these topics also. But we were all urban shooters, and we going to talk some things. And one thing the reason I brought that up is because one thing I will say is that one thing that I noticed is that the models would shoot with the photographers that they found attractive. They would shoot with the photographer if they were attracted to the photographer. The guys who had a look about them, they got the baddest females, and the pictures that they were able to get from the females were the raunchiest shit ever. So women had no problem in little to nothing if they found you attractive as a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't even dating, people. This is business. Yeah, and the photographer that they found attractive got the best images. You got the best content.
Yep. Crazy, huh?
I'm like, well, shit. if I look like JB the bus driver, these chicks ain't getting nude for me, and I need nudes. So I joined New York Sports Club on 40th and 8th. Adam, you a New York dude. You know the area I'm talking about.
Facts. Yeah.
Port Authority. Okay?
Yep.
Port Authority bus terminal. I reigned supreme in Midtown for years, and niggas know about it. You talking about looks, money, status. I had a photo studio in Midtown Manhattan, 42nd Street and 8th Avenue. That's prime real estate.
Yep.
And niggas know it. This ain't hoax. I'm looking around to see if one of my magazines, I don't feel like getting up. See if one of my magazines is near me. 303 West 42nd Street. Girls come up to a Midtown studio. And I'm a young black dude. And they looking around for who owned the studio. Who owned this? Me. And I'm going to shoot you. And I'm going to put you in this publication that's on the newsstands in New York. I had newsstands and I got receipts of everything that I'm saying. Like, this is real shit. This is real shit. Looks, money, status. Oh shit. For real? The real Safato ATL photographer is a really close. He knows who I am. Ask him about Marcus Aurelius. Nigel. Yeah. Ask that man about Mark. Ask him about Body Magazine. That man knows who I am. I know that name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. You get around in the industry, man. You get around in the industry.
No cap here, gentlemen. So what I said all that to say this: looks, money, status. I mean, they tell me I'm not a bad looking guy, right? So then money, I'm on 42nd Street in 8th Avenue. That is communicating money because I got to pay that rent. I'm a block away from Times Square. For those who've never been to New York, a block away from Times Square, a block, 2 blocks away from G Unit, which I used to be in that motherfucker all the time. Looks, money, status. I am the publisher of the magazine that these girls are trying to get in, and my picture's in the magazine. What do you think is going on? Do you understand what I'm getting at? I don't have to say it, but what do you think is going on? When you have the trifecta, looks, money, status, what do you think is happening?
Yeah, it's doing the work for you.
Yeah. I don't have to say it, but yeah, looks, money, status, these, this is knife through hot butter. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to explain to you guys, right? It helps to have social skills. It does. Game does matter. But all these things matter. They all matter. They all help. And you can improve on all of them. You can get more money. You can improve your looks. And you can make your looks communicate income. I tell niggas all the time, don't spend money on women. Spend it on your looks so that your looks communicate income. Spend it on you. Buy you a nice whip. Wear some nice footwear. This is the pookie shit, right? The pookie get all the bitches. What do what pookie do? Instead of bitching about pookie, study pookie.
There we go. There we have it.
I don't care how geeky you are. Do all of that shit. Do what you got to do. and you'll get some confidence, and that shit'll help. You ain't got to pay a game coach. You ain't got to let a nigga tell you how, oh, you weak if you don't let your woman do this. Because we're going to get to that in a minute. We ain't even touched that part yet.
Yeah, we ain't even touched that.
And we what? 2 hours deep?
Yeah. That's all, if you got a chance.
We ain't touched the game coach hoax yet. The game coach hoax.
Yeah.
We talk about looks, money, status, right?
Mm-hmm.
The game coach hoax. Right. So we talking about where we at. This is not money. This is status.
Yeah, we just finished status, so I wanted to go over the last one.
No doubt.
Huh?
No doubt. Continue. I'm listening.
Yeah. So the last one there is the science of seduction, teaching seduction techniques and evaluating effectiveness. That should be the one of, yeah, that's where is that? You have that one. That one, if you scroll up, you'll see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull that up.
It's right above flirting, hard to detect, researchers say. That was an interesting one, but we could look at that one at another time. But that one kind of says that basically people are pretty bad at picking up flirting signals. Women are bad at picking up, and men are bad at picking up flirting signals. So, that's what that study showed. So even though it actually showed that men were a little more accurate at picking up flirting signals than women were, but by and large, if I recall correctly, but by and large, people just are bad at it. So, people were very accurate when they could tell someone wasn't flirting with them, right? So when they took the questionnaires, 80% of the time, men and women were able to determine that someone was not flirting with them. But when someone actually was flirting with them, they were only right, between 17 and 23% of the time. Most people just can't tell. But based on there's a study here called The Science of Seduction and Teaching the Evaluation of Seduction Techniques. And the long story short is that the author, there's only one, I think his name is Andrea something. I have the study there, I forgot his name. But the long story short is that the guy said basically nobody's ever studied what the results of seduction techniques. We know all this stuff is around. There's a lot of claims, but doesn't actually work. And so the guy taught some basic seduction techniques or a pickup game, basically, to there he is. Yeah, Andreas Baranwinski. Yep, see, I got it right. And this was 2011. So they basically studied the effectiveness of it, and from what he found is that the guys typically their confidence level increased, and when they tried it without getting numbers without it, they were able to get maybe 1 to 0 numbers per hour. And once they started using this quote unquote game, then they started getting numbers from women in this bar setting at the rate of 3 per hour, right? So that's almost a 200% increase, or 3x, depending on how we want to look at it. It was a 200% increase in the number of numbers that they get, right? But as you can see, 200% is not the same as just straight up being upgraded. Like looks, money, and status alone, without any game, can get you chicks. So game only serves to enhance what you already have. It's not a substitute for refusing to do the work. If you don't want to do the work of working on your body, if you don't want to do the work of getting your money up and making sure that you show off that money, it's not just enough to get the money up. You also have to show off that money. So if you don't want to do the work of getting your looks up, your body right, you don't want to do the work of getting your money up, you don't want to do the work of building your social status, that means getting respect from men and your social circle, your social sphere. Whether you're an engineer, you got to get respect from men in that type of field. If you, whatever it is, you got to get those type of men, that type of respect. Pookie gets respect in his hood. Whether you want to admit it or not, he gets respect in his hood. And that's why he got status. Right? The fact of the matter is, if you don't want to do the work to build up those other 3 areas, then game is nothing for you. It ain't going to do nothing for you.
Now, I got it. Hold on. Let's
not to the same. Let me put my caveat. Not to the same extent as it were if you were to have those other areas, right? You could view game as additive, or you can view it as multiplicative, right? But if you got 0 and you multiply that by 3, you ain't gonna got nothing. You got to do the work in the other areas, and then game will multiply that. Then game will add to that, right? But you can't get a 200% increase on zero. It's still zero.
I agree. I think you know. See, this is the thing. This is what I'll say. There's guys that will bag women on looks alone. If they have looks, let's say they intrinsically have looks. Let's say they're born, you know, a physical unicorn. They're tall, they're fit, you know, all these things. They got all this shit working for them. They got no game, right? You know, the game coach will be like, "Oh, he ain't got no game. He don't need game. He don't fucking need game, right?" So you got you know, but that's him getting women on game alone. So then you got the guy who has money. He's not attractive, but let's say he's born into money, or he got it. Like, I mean, like disposable, right? He can get women. Now each one of these guys, right? They're gonna get the women who prioritize their strong quality. You agree?
Yes, that makes sense.
So now earlier Nigel talking about the tool. Now you got women who
the ding at the right time. Said that ding at the
right. So you got women that are you got women that they prioritize sex overall. You know, they just want good dick. They don't give a fuck about your money. You can be the ugliest motherfucker. You serving up some good dick. They good with that. You'll be in their couch. You know, you be the fuck boy with the good dick. So if you're that guy, you have to accentuate those qualities, right? Because like you said, like, you know, it's about what you can see, right? Earlier we spoke about the sweatpants and shit, right? So it's about what you can see. So girls, what they do when they got a nice body, they wear shit to show off their shape. They wear shit to push up the titties and show the ass shape and all of that shit. And for us, we got the gray sweats, right? That's what we have if we packing. That's one of the things that we can use to where we ain't got to kick so much game. The objective here, gentlemen, is to not have to rely so much on game, because you don't want to have to sell that much. If you got these things in spades, don't oversell. Shut the fuck up. Talk less. But if you don't have these things in spades, there's two things you can do. You can raise the level of those things, and you can add game if you can. Now, in the absence of all other things, can game work? Yes, it can. It can. But you're going to have that shit in spades, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You have to have it. You have to have that shit in spades. Now, the picture of the guy that I showed earlier, and I'm gonna pull him back up. Right? So let's get a good look at this gentleman here, right? This is the guy we pulled earlier. You see this guy's picture? You see him? How much game you think this man has to have in the absence of all other things? No money. Right? No status. None of that shit, right? No look. He ain't got looks. You be looking at it, he ain't got looks. No looks, no money, no status. Just game. These game coaches will have their work cut out for them with a guy like this. So what I do agree with you, I say in more occasions, than more often than not, game, like you said, is the supporting thing. It's like If you're trying to get fit, diet is the key and fitness is the additive. So game is the additive. I agree with you on that. In very rare cases, game can work, but it's usually the additive. If a game coach is going to tell me that this motherfucker is going to bag the females by buying their courses, get fuck out of here.
Not happening.
It's not
happening.
It's not likely. It's not likely.
Now here's the thing I might add to that is that if a guy who looks like that and another guy who looks similar, both were in the bar, and one of them had game and the other didn't, based on Borowinski's study here, based on Andrea's, and just common sense, the guy with the game is going to likely get better results than the guy without. But you got to put a guy in there with looks, money, and or status versus this guy, even with game, he's getting washed out. Not happening. Not happening. And so that just shows looks, money, and status. Like if you look, one of the studies showed that the men with the actually it was the study with the scale with the men who appeared physically stronger. Like they went up almost 3 points on the attractiveness scale. Game got you 2 more numbers, but game doesn't give you any more points on the attractiveness scale. Money will actually put you up 2 points on the attractiveness scale. So if you're a 7, you become a 9 with money.
Yeah.
So your looks could put you from a 5 up to 7. With your money, that could put you from a 7 up to a 9.
So let me ask the gentleman here. I'm pull this up. Like, which one of these guys you think has to kick more game? I'm just saying. I mean, you know, do you think the game coaches could get this guy the game to the point where, you know,
it's not a fair comparison. My man don't got the fitted cap though.
Hey, look, man. I'll take the cap off. I got the bald head, motherfucker. I want to know him with the game from the game coaches versus me with no game. No game. Now, mind you, like I said before, I've been in my lifetime, I've bumped into women on the street, right? And this is years ago, like before gym, before I was in the gym, before any of this, right? Wrinkled t-shirt, beat up jeans and sneakers. And I was getting numbers. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing communicating money. Maybe they liked my face, maybe. I think I look okay. I mean, if you ask me, I think I look all right. I don't think, you know. Right? What the women think is one thing. I mean, when I clean up, but, you know, on a regular. But I'm just saying, like, it's possible to do that, but my results change when I add these other things in. Don't tell me that the odds are the same for the hot chicks, right? The hot chicks. Y'all gonna get sick of me saying hot chicks. If I have a twin brother and that motherfucker pull up in the Lex bubble and he hop out with the J's on and the Evisu jeans and the Givenchy sweater, you see where I'm going here?
Yep.
It's not equal. There's no game that's going to. It'd be a tough unless that motherfucker is just super corny, and sometimes even then, bro. And you talk about speed dating. If it's just on looks alone, like before you even get to all of that, none of this shit matters.
Yep.
Now, and I'm talking about game. Because it's really about in that context, it's really about looks. Looks do matter. Women are looking at dudes. Listen, your reception, your response to my response to being in shape versus not being in shape is different. Them knowing the status or whatever is different. When girls, we used to do the undergrad parties, and these girls know, oh, this is your spot. This is you. This is all you. It's different. Again, these the promoters. This is my shit. It's my spot. It's different. Don't let another motherfucker tell you different, man. We about to wrap this up soon, man. But the game coach Hoax. When these guys are telling you or trying to sell you on the hot women that you don't see them with, and trying to gaslight into thinking that you wanting the hot chicks that their packages are promising you is somehow a flaw that you have. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell them Marcus said it. You could tell them I said it. I got some of these guys on social media. You could tell them I said it.
Yep.
Because them dudes ain't about to tell me shit about women that I don't know. Or the dynamics or the psychology of women, the psychology of seduction. Yo, bro, I done played that game for what they call it. I'm battle tested. What I said to you on the phone, battle tested.
Yep.
I tried different things. I know what works and I know what don't. In the field, nigga. In the field.
In the field. Out there.
In the field. So understand. These guys that are talking about they getting the hot chicks, but then they'll tell you that they're in open relationships or open marriages, and then they'll tell you, listen, I don't have a problem with any, and I told you this, Adam, I ain't got a problem with nobody's marriage arrangements. If you want to be in an open marriage, be in an open marriage. But don't try, that's the shit that the women do, where they try to gaslight you.
Exactly.
Where these guys are telling you that because they're in an open marriage, somehow your refusal to what they're doing or what they're accepting in their shit makes you weak. That's game.
Yeah, they run a game on the target, man. They run a game on you when they say that. Like it's the ridiculousness of it, right? It's effectively shaming men for their own natural. Like just because you don't got it like that, don't mean you got to tell other dudes that they got to accept what you accept. It's the craziness of it. The same thing when they like to say, oh, well, since you can't calculate body count, then body count doesn't matter. I made several posts about that today. It's such a ridiculous notion. You're basically saying the men are so stupid that they can't figure out if a chick is a thought or not. Like, yeah, no method's 100% perfect, but chances are, if she checks off all the thought boxes, she's a thought.
Listen.
Crazy, man.
Body count is something that you're never going to know, but that doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Right? There are things, they say whatever you don't know can't hurt you, but it can.
Yeah.
Right? Body count does matter because it's a measure. It's a personality indicator.
Yes.
It's an indicator of how one is carrying themselves. Now, if you're looking for a relationship, and body count matters. If you're just looking to fuck, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know who's who in the chat. I'm gonna start reading some comments though, Adam. I don't know who's who in the chat, but if you're looking for a relationship and it matters to you, then don't feel bad that it does. It doesn't matter to me, and because I'm not looking for. I don't, I don't give a fuck about that, right? But just because it doesn't matter to me doesn't mean it shouldn't matter to you.
Yes.
I hate when guys use their life as a barometer of what all men should accept or reject, and that shit is corny. There's guys out here that pay for pussy. I ain't judging them either. I used to be an angel. I used to. That was a very long time ago. I stopped judging men friggin' long time ago. Because some men, and one thing a game coach did say, he said some men got a trick, and I agree with that.
Yep.
Some men got a trick. And if that's you, or if you prize your time over your money, cool. Just make sure you're getting what you need out of it. But just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for you. I'm not judging anybody. If you want a long-term relationship and it matters to you, don't let a motherfucker tell you. A motherfucker who actually is sharing his woman. These women out here ain't trying to share niggas neither. We ain't calling them weak. Let's read some of these comments. Guys, you got a lot to say. So my man Diego says the educated layman is on the right. That's right. The educated layman is on the right. He's talking about my split screen, y'all. Yeah. Educated layman is on the right. That motherfucker on the left is Pookie. Pookie get all the bitches. Pookie get all the bitches. Okay, so man, he got that little comb over. You might have some comp. I think the open fire rotation is right. It's more prevalent in the Black American community, unfortunately, and putrid hood roach Meg the Stankian type rap music BS perpetuates that BS. That's true, but a similar argument can be made for shit that we've been putting for years. I've been calling misogynists for expressing that much of the degenerate mindsets that affect dating for Black men, women is upheld by the current welfare Section 8 pimp system, allowing the BS. Tinder is a speed dating simulator. Yes, and there are stats. There are stats for this. There are Tinder stats, and what I like about dating apps that they collect data, and data is pretty hard to argue with. Pretty hard to argue with. They collect data. They know how many motherfuckers swipe left and how many motherfuckers swipe right for a given gender. Okay, so Tinder's too superficial for me, but that's the point. So Nigel says again, the welfare Section 8 system allows beaches to fuck who they want to fuck instead of who they need. Well, they do that, yeah.
But it is what it is.
So some niggas will say anything to promote themselves over you. It's all some weird ass competition for them versus the brotherhood. I mean, that's the law of the jungle, man. You know what I'm saying? Take the number of body count she tells you, multiply by 3. My man Rob is in the building. Don't use one man's life as a measure for another man's requirement. Shit like that is why I fucks with you. Yeah, man, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Whatever a man wants in a relationship, he has the right to demand. Period. You tell these girls, never settle. That's what you tell them. Never settle. Bitches out here looking for unicorns. Never settle. Bitches got dogs and cats, never settling. If they can do that and it ain't making them weak, then you can require that your woman ain't fuck the block.
Yeah, and again, I just want to mention, I actually have a list of questions you could ask yourself to determine if it's. Here's the thing: you don't have to determine the exact number. This is where people get this thing wrong. You don't have to know exactly how many chicks this guy, how many dudes this chick has banged or had sex with. Rather, you don't have to know. All you have to know whether it's more likely than not that she's been around the block. That's all you have to know.
Listen,
if it's more likely than not, because see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you miss out on a good chick, because chances are you've avoided 9 bad chicks for every 1 good chick you might have missed out on by using this method or whatever method you want. So whatever method you choose to filter out these chicks, just remember, again, like Marcus said earlier, if you're just looking for something short term, then sure, body count does not matter because it's short term. But if you're looking for anything long term, then yes, it absolutely matters. But and there's ways to figure it out. You don't need the exact number. But you just gotta know it. It's more likely than not that she's been around the block. That's all that matters. Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry.
See, this is the thing, right? Again, like I already said, a man can do what he want to do. Now, me personally, I don't believe in checking the Carfax and all that crazy shit. Now, if the information comes to me, it comes to me. But again, that's me. That's me. You don't have to do what I do. If it's important to you to go dipping into a chick's past or to just straight out ask her, it doesn't make sense to ask because you ain't gonna get the real answer anyway.
Yeah, right? But again, these are questions that a guy can even ask himself. And some of them, for example, there's one study that showed that women that are not promiscuous do not like to be friends with women who are promiscuous. It was an actual academic study that showed that. So if a woman has friends who are thoughts, chances are she's a thought too. I mean, these are some things that are common sense, but people like to gaslight men like we're stupid and we just can't see the things that we obviously see. Chicks who hang out with thoughts tend to also be thoughts, right? That's what the study even showed. Women who you can ask her how many. I mean, there's so many different ways. We could get into that in another show, but like you said, it really depends on what you want to do, and it depends on who the guy is, what his personal criteria is. But we know how to figure stuff out. You know what I'm saying?
So Brett said yes, but if your social skill or communication is trash, it ends there. For some people, they don't care. For the rest of them, it ends there. I don't know what that means. If you mean a date or a smash, whatever the case may be. Says the money shit only gets you in the door, right? Because that's what some guys want, right? I'm gonna go through all her shit. Maybe I'm different. I look at the hands and the teeth. All right.
Well, I don't know about the money stuff only gets through the door. Remember, we read that study earlier. It says money was for long-term relationships too. So you can use money for a lot of things, depending on how you play your game.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, I know Brandy in real life, so that's her talk.
Oh, that's Brandy?
Yeah, that's Brandy. That's my homegirl, Brandy. She says money only gets you in the door. Nah, it gets you way past the door.
Yeah.
Money gets you way past the motherfucking door.
It gets you wherever you want to be. It just depends on how you want to play it.
I'm gonna get to Rob's statement. I just want to say, like we all know, like I said, the niggas in the hood that was getting it and they had all the bitches, like they was way past the motherfucking door. They was past the door in the house. So my man Rob says 2022 definition of a misogynist straight black male that speaks his mind and the truth. Shit, straight black male shit and blank. Straight black male who blanks. Definition of a misogynist.
Yep.
No matter what you put after that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I get you, Rob. You know what I'm saying? And Rob one day got to jump on here, man. Rob be talking some shit.
Nice.
The original are people really out here asking how many people women have slept with. Why is that anyone's business? What? Are you kidding me?
Who asked that?
She says, are people really out here asking how many people women have slept with? Why is that anyone's business? Hey, really? Word?
Well, first of all, because a man wants to freaking know. That's why. If a man wants to know, he wants to know. That's the bottom line. Why does he got to have the reason? Why does a man have to have a reason why he wants to know? You don't gotta have to have a reason why he wants he wants to know, so he wants to know.
Hey, bro, we're losing you. We're losing you. Your signal.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Is it better now? Yeah, I mean, all my point is just if a man wants, first of all, wants to know, just wants to know. But second of all, if he's looking for a long-term relationship, it absolutely matters. You know, just personal experience, empirical observation, and the data alone suggests that women who have high body counts make terrible long-term partners. So if a man is looking for a wife or a long-term partner, obviously the amount of men that a woman has slept with matters. I mean,
Okay,
you even have the micro chimeras.
I'm gonna say
Hello?
this, and we're
Can
gonna.
you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you fine. I don't want to spend too long on this right here. All I'm gonna say is, listen,
All right, cool.
Brandy is called disclosure. The same way y'all be
All right.
wanting to know everything about us, right? Women ask how much a nigga making, where he live, who he live with, all the shit that y'all ask us. If we gonna fuck with you like that, now, Brandy, you know me in real life. I don't care about this type of shit. I really don't. But again, like, I'm not mad at the guys who want to know. If they have their reasons, they have their reasons, and I'm not mad at them. He said, birds of a feather, not together. Lions in the pack, always share snacks. Whoa. Bars. Bars. Bars,
Spit hot
right?
fire.
All right, push the right buttons and she'll tell you if she's a freak or not. All right, so the original says, well, we'll never know the exact number of body count of a woman. However, the streets talk. The streets
It is what it
talk.
is.
So she says, why does that matter if she's with you and only and you only who care who she was with prior?
Look, I could go on.
Now,
I'm not going to because, like you said, we're moving on. So I'm done with that.
well, I'm gonna answer her shortly. It matters. It matters to some guys. Just like certain things that y'all want to know matters to y'all, and nobody tells you or asks you why does that matter. I think for some reason women think anything that would put a blemish on their scorecard shouldn't matter. And anything that puts a blemish on our scorecard, all that shit matters. So we're not allowed to evaluate anything you do, anything that is in your history. You know, I mean, shit, when you apply for a job, what you bring? You bring a resume. I mean, shit, mileage on a car matters, right?
Dropped out.
Mileage on a car matters. It all matters. For a long-term relationship, you trying to buy in, yeah, it matters. I mean, again, it matters. I understand why it matters for some guys. I understand it. All right. So we're moving on. Say, who care what the streets say? The streets lie. Okay. Does this work for all these black men accused of assault and all this other shit? If the streets was talking about them. See, when the streets lie on us, it's cool. When the streets lie on y'all, it's oh fuck what the streets say. So if a bunch of motherfuckers saying the same thing about you, we supposed to throw that away. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? That's what they say about, you know, celebrity men's names who I ain't gonna say tonight. Right? So she also asked, who is Welvin? Welvin is got him. Got him. The got him dude with the long teeth. Got him. That guy. That's Welvin. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Rob. A dude don't want to have a woman that he's showing off that everyone had a piece of, just like a woman probably doesn't want. Yeah, that's right. Yo, Rob, check this out. Chicks don't even want to fuck a dude if he fuck with their homegirl. Yo, don't talk to him. He tried to holler at me. Why that shit matter? Huh? These girls be hating on a motherfucker. You hollering at a chick That nigga hollered at me in 1963. Don't talk to him. Y'all don't even want to share niggas. If a nigga used to fuck with your homegirl, you ain't fucking with him. That's the girl code, right? So now your shit don't matter. Your history don't matter. Yo, Rob, you are on point with this shit right here. A woman doesn't want a man or her homegirls. It's not even one of her homegirls. Not one. Hey, Adam, I'm gonna bring you back in, but that noise you gotta mute when you ain't talking. But y'all don't even want to fuck with the dude that used to fuck with one of your girls. So it matters, Brandy. Any man that would rather have a car with 5,000 miles versus 200,000 miles. Simple. So what about men's body count? High mileage is high mileage. But we just said it. If a girl you know was fucking with your dude or a dude trying to holler at you, you wouldn't talk to him. Even if she wasn't fucking with him, even if he just shouted her out. Don't lie to me, because I know. All right? I think dudes have a threshold. Dudes may have requirements, but they will forego those requirements depending on how much positive influence or ego stimulation she gets. Yeah, based on how much they like a chick. They'll overlook shit. I mean, shit, porn stars get married. Instagram models, escorts, all that shit. These chicks, the hoes get married. That shit's weak. What someone did prior to me. You full of shit. That's my home girl, but stop. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Because we know how y'all girl code. Don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Say asking somebody how many people they slept with is trash. I don't do it. But y'all ask motherfuckers their income. Y'all have no limit to the questions y'all ask motherfuckers, women in general. Whether you do it or not is inconsequential. Women do it. I think women should consider men's body counts, but I can't say how a woman would use that information. Would a woman look at it the same as how men do? To be honest, Rob, what we do know, if a dude ain't fuck nobody in the girl circle, we know that women want men that women want, right? Sometimes it's attractive that a man has a high body count. Women want men that get pussy. No. Highway miles are city miles. Miles is miles. Said, but I digress. Nobody better ask me that. You ain't looking for nobody. All jobs ask for a history and resume. Absolutely. Body count. Can we consider that a sexual resume? Absolutely. It's absolutely within a man's rights to ask or speculate or investigate whatever. Because y'all do it. Women do it. They look into a motherfucker history, this, that, and the other. Whatever they prioritize, whatever they find to be important or pertinent information, they look into that shit. We're getting off the topic. We talking about game here. But at the end of the day, them game coaches that tell you this shit is not important, fuck them. If it's important to you, it's important to you. If it's important to you, it's important to you. Women be on call. Women are like the police. Women ain't finna tell you which girl is crooked and this and that. And they ain't finna tell you all the secrets and this and that. And they hate when a nigga know and he put it out there. Well, motherfucker, I know. I know the code. My business is women. Been women. And Brandy, you know me in real life. You know, I know. Okay, it's 2022 and women still don't grasp that body counts permanently affect their psychological ability to bond to one person. Again, we covered that type of thing in the previous live where, you know, the DNA and all this other stuff. Again, these things remain to be seen. There's studies on it. It's not something that bothers me, but again, you gentlemen are free to be concerned about it. If you know, Brandy says, well, my motherfucker better not ask me, well, then that's her choice, and you can consider the next candidate. So you saying why the double standard, but again, we just pointed out the double standard in women concerned about which one of your friends a nigga fuck. Y'all got rules too. Y'all be wanting to know. If a nigga's hollering at you and your girl be like, oh, would you fuck your homegirl's ex-boyfriend? Would you? Let's say they broke up 10 years ago. Would you fuck your homegirl's baby daddy? Right? It doesn't apply in reverse. There are pop joints who get ran through. Right. So it's not a standard. It's how things play out. Y'all play into it more than us. Yeah, y'all got y'all rules of who y'all deny the pussy to based on who they fuck. Okay, y'all don't, you know, that's a fact. I think the high body count men and women look at is the ability to get access, which may be overlooked at aptitude for cheating or quick recovery. So please don't give me the key and lock ish. Listen, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Women want men that other women find attractive and want to fuck so they can feel like they have someone valuable. Men want a woman no other man can have. Our value judgments are different. And this is facts. You want a relationship? Because, I mean, I don't know about the pair bonding and all that. Like I said, these are not things that are important to me. But who am I to tell the next man what should be important to him? Right? And who are women to tell men what should be important to them? We can't tell y'all what the value. We can't tell y'all what the value. So why does this work one way? You saying double standards. So we can't tell women. Women tell men all day what they should like in women or what they should ignore as or overlook as flaws. Well, I got 8 degrees. Well, you should like it. It's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. Now, hey, Rob, Brandy is like very close friend of mine. Very close friend. We argue. Oh man, I feel bad for her because she all this shit that y'all hearing, she gets it on the phone. Brandy B, I don't think it's an issue for women to consider body count. If a woman asked me, I wouldn't be offended. Good shit. He says you're a good sport, Brandy. Quality over quantity. Y'all have to like somebody a bit more than us. Damn, the fucking comments are going crazy. I can't keep up with all this shit. I'm gonna read this one. All right, it's quality over quantity. Y'all like to have somebody a bit more than us. I don't remember the names of everybody I had sex with. I'm sure you remember all your kills. Me too. I don't remember all these. I don't remember all of them, but I do remember the good shit.
Facts.
Mega, I bet you. Look, I remember all the bitches that I wasn't supposed to be fucking.
Man, listen.
Bro, there's so much shit I can't say. But yeah, all the chicks that I wasn't supposed to be fucking. That's what I remember. Right. So again, whether it's women telling you, gentlemen, or game coaches telling you, you are not weak for setting your terms and conditions in a relationship based on whatever. Yeah. Whether it be body count, whether it be monogamy, because they demand monogamy. So don't, oh, man, you want monogamy, that means you're weak. Why? You're not demanding it. It means niggas is weak because you don't demand that. Why do you care? Because I can care. Why don't you like spaghetti? That makes you weak. Nigga, because I don't like spaghetti. That's a hypothetical. I like spaghetti.
I mean, let me say this.
Yes, sir.
Power and strength is setting standards. And you had a video about that before, where you were speaking about slavery, right? And you're making an analogy with slavery. And the bottom line is a slave can't set no standards. Slave can't set no standards. Slave can't say, hey, you know what? I'm only working from 9 to 5. That's not happening. Slave got no power, right? But a free man can say, no, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm not going to do. This is what I'm going to accept. This is what I'm not going to accept.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what part of game is telling the motherfucker to accept shit. What part of game is what part of the game is this, right?
That's the losing game.
What part of the game is that? When you tell a nigga, yo, you're weak if you don't accept some shit you don't want.
That's true. That's the thing these days. They try the game coaches are trying to sell women. And basically, the problem is, I think that the problem they've just encountered is that they're training these men, right, to go out there and get beautiful women, to go out or to get whatever they want. But then the actual market doesn't have what they're selling anymore. So now they have to change what you want to match what the market actually has, because that's what's more abundant. Because otherwise, if you're trying to get just the chicks who fit your criteria, you're going to realize that very few of them, if any, meet that criteria. You know, game coaches only really sell in Western countries. You don't find game coaches out in Pakistan or in Yemen. You don't find game coaches in Nigeria or Niger. Well, Nigeria you'll find them. In Niger you don't find. There's countries you don't find game coaches in Latin America. You don't find game coaches. You only find it up here.
It's not first world. Only in a first world country where the provider male is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Does a man have to convince a woman to fuck with him, like on some baby, yada yada yada? Listen, in all those places you name, whoever has the resources gets the bitch.
Bottom line.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. That's really the fuck it. All the shit that we talking about, game, looks, money, status, that shit matters here and nowhere else. I said it earlier. If you go to the DR, they fucking whoever got it.
Yep. Bottom line.
They fucking whoever got it, right? But again, the game coach thing, right? The last time I looked, right? Telling the motherfucker what he has to accept in a relationship, trying to convince a motherfucker that he's an alpha male or he's a real man or any of these things, or that he's not weak, by accepting terms and conditions in a relationship that is undesirable to that man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a word for that.
Tell it.
And it ain't game. It starts with an S. And I think we all know. Nigga, that's simping, nigga.
Yep.
Nigga, that's simping.
Oh yeah, did you define game? Did you define game yet?
Okay, so let's define game. And I said it a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. Game is what you have when you don't have something else. Game is what, I mean, it is social skills, but it's the ability to sell. Game, the stronger the game you have, the better you can sell in spite of your lack of another desirable trait. In the absence of another desirable trait, for that particular woman or for women in general, game, swag, charisma, it's the ability to make a chick forget why they don't like you. Why you're not her preference. Because if you are her preference, you don't have to have game. If she's looking for a guy with money and you have money, game is not required. If she's looking for a man that's in shape that she finds attractive because she got money or she's not someone, because there's women out there that don't give a fuck about money. They want to fuck like niggas do. I done been taken out on dinners. I was talking to my homegirl yesterday. Said, yo, in my lifetime, I have experienced a lot of what women experience. And it's because of all the things that I do, all the things that, you know, you watch, get on YouTube, and it is gigolos on the internet telling you how to tap into the psychology. There's a psychology in this shit, right? But again, game. And it's a mental thing. Pimps make bitches go fuck niggas and bring them the money back. And all these niggas ain't attractive.
Yep.
Hey baby. Hey baby, we gonna make it together, baby.
That's the pimp voice?
Hey baby, yes, baby. We gonna it's Goldie Mac, baby. And we gonna go out here, we gonna take over the world, baby. Me and you, baby. It's me and you against the world, baby. We gonna go out here, we gonna get this paper, baby. We gonna build an empire. You gonna be my bottom bitch. I don't care. All the other bitches that I have around me that we pick up along the way, bitch, ain't none of these bitches gonna be worth more than you, baby. Can you dig it, baby?
Jive turkey.
I said, bitch, can you dig it? And when you say this shit, like the man Nigel said, or I forget who said it, I think it's Nigel, or one of these guys that said, he said, when you say this shit, you gotta say it with conviction. You gotta believe that shit. Bitch, we gonna buy the moon, bitch. That shit's for sale, bitch.
It be like that.
Bitch, if you go out here and you sell this pussy enough, bitch, this month, maybe in 6 months, we buy the moon, bitch. That shit'll be ours, bitch. When the earth ends, the moon will be ours. We gonna buy that. We gonna buy that motherfucker, bitch. Okay, daddy. Let me go out here and suck this dick so we can buy the moon.
Oh my God.
Hustle and flow, motherfuckers, man.
Straight facts.
Hey, bitch, how much moon money you make tonight, bitch? You better not be short, bitch. We got a timetable. Bitch, you finna let the other pimps buy the moon before us, bitch. Game! Game is a thing. Not like these other niggas is telling you, though, but it is a thing. Charisma, confidence. Understand these other things that we're telling you to do, improve your appearance, this and that. How do pimps dress? They communicate money. They got the long ass car and the shit like that. They look like preachers. Another pimp, right? But they communicate, they exude money, they exude success. You see pimps, They got the shit, the matching custom-made shit with the fur on it. You got eyes. We can see this shit. This shit is not rocket science. It's really not, gentlemen. It's really not.
Mm-hmm.
If you look like success and then you tell a bitch, hey, we about to win, that bitch gonna believe you. What? She's gonna believe you.
Facts.
First, you gotta convince yourself. Confidence is first convincing you that you're the guy. It's like Indiana Jones. He can't go nowhere without that fucking hat. Whatever it is that you gotta do, put on and be and carry yourself to be the guy. Once you convince yourself, once you convince you that you're the man, I don't care if you're acting. That nigga Kanye be like, I'm Walt Disney. I'm Picasso. I don't get mad at when he say that shit. Motherfucker be like, this motherfucker is a megalomaniac. Nigga, you gotta be a megalomaniac.
Yep.
Motherfucker, it's narcissist. Niggas get mad. He's treating these women so bad. But these the niggas that the bitches want. Don't you want to be that nigga?
Yep.
And
that's
yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And that's one thing that you emphasize, which I think require, I think people should pay very close attention to. These are things that this is empirical evidence. These are things you can observe with the naked eye. You can see this, but game coaches want to tell you that you don't see what you see. They want to tell you, well, I can see the dude who's built, who's tall, or who's built getting all the women, but I can beat him with game. I see the dude that got the money. I see him dressed right. I see him getting all the women. Nah, but I could beat him with game. I see the dude who got social status that everybody know who he is. Everybody talk about his name. Everybody know everybody. Oh, that's so and so, and he getting all the women. They all got his attention. They all talking about him, even when he's not around. Man, but I'll just beat that with game. These are all things you can see, and you just demonstrated that, like you said, with the pimp. But yeah, I guess all eyes is lying.
Everybody's lying to niggas.
Crazy.
They're all lying. The girls, the women, they're like, we don't like thugs, we don't like this, and we don't do this, and we ain't doing that. It ain't happening. Fuck is you talking about?
Yep.
Like, I think women are so used to telling motherfuckers some shit, and the pussy, like hypnotizes niggas in the okay.
Okay.
All right. I believe. And they so used to getting away with that, they tell every nigga some shit like, no, that ain't real, or you shouldn't be worried about that. That shouldn't concern you, and this and that and the other. Meanwhile, they got fucking concerns. Meanwhile, they got questions. Meanwhile, they got preferences and evaluations and all this shit that they're allowed to have that you're not.
And meanwhile, we get told that it's none of our business what type of body count or whatever. It's none of our business. Or we get told, nah, you just be the nice guy. Don't worry, she'll come through. Or we get told, nah, you the man that stepped up. We get told everything.
Listen,
that ain't true.
Build confidence. Game is a thing. Game is a thing. But game is aided by other things. Game is supported by other things. You could drive a car with no tires on it. But do you want to? You could. If you took the tires off a car and just left the metal rims on that bitch and drove down the street, that'd be some noisy sparks flying ass shit. It'll move, but do you want to? So why not I mean, you ain't got to be the richest motherfucker in the world. You live in a first world country too, along with them. We talking about Section 8 and welfare and shit like that, which is a real thing, but we live in the same country. We live in the same space. I mean, me personally, again, like I said in another video, I'm not competing for these women, but at the end of the day, game, these motherfuckers are telling you that these things don't matter, only game matters, and that's a lie. That's a lie. Don't let these niggas tell you what you should demand or command in a relationship. Don't let them tell you what your terms and conditions are. Just like these women, don't let them do it neither. Don't let these niggas do it either. We talk about women a lot on this channel and a lot on YouTube and a lot on the manosphere, but at the end of the day, everybody's trying to tell you what your terms and conditions should be by telling you you're not a real man or alpha. Why the fuck? What game coaches are simping?
Craziness.
Niggas are selling you a simping package? You can simp for free.
Simp package.
Why do you need a nigga to sell you a package on how to simp? If she wants to fuck other niggas, let her. Because if you have a problem with that, you're weak. Since when is the cuckold the alpha male? When did this happen?
Left is right and right is left.
Real men step up. The cuckold is the alpha male. Right? What's the other thing? What's the other things they say? Don't say no names. What's the other things they say? Okay, so you should share your woman, or you're weak. Or if you care about this, about that, you're weak. It makes you look weak. No, what makes you look weak is giving a fuck what makes you look weak.
Facts. Bottom line.
What makes you look weak is giving a fuck what makes you look weak. When you don't give a fuck, it makes you look strong, actually. Oh, shit, my brother. Yo, happy birthday, man. Been calling your ass all day. That's my brother. It's past midnight in New York. I done missed his shit, motherfucker. Pick up your phone sometimes, nigga. My little brother.
Oh, word?
Yeah, look at his face. Look at my face. We fucking twins.
Salute to the homie, yo. Salute to the homie.
Yo, happy birthday, nigga. Damn. I'm calling your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? But yeah, man. I want to tell you terms and conditions, man, and then sell you. That's like a nigga saying, yo, I'm gonna give you a seminar on how to buy this pussy. Like, nigga, I don't need you to tell me how to buy pussy.
Oh yeah, I just got that. Yeah, the seminar how to buy.
Yes, yo, buy my three video step by step.
Don't get me wrong. There is some tricks to tricking, but there's difference between tricking and just straight up buying. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is you can't sell me on some obvious shit.
Exactly. See, I'm
coming to you to not have to do this or go through this shit. I want the game, so I don't have to accept the shit that I don't want to accept.
Exactly.
Oh, you talk. Oh, if you want hot chicks, you're weak, nigga. I want the hot chicks. So if I'm gonna not get the hot chicks, what I need your game, fucking course for?
Exactly.
Get the ugly chick without you.
If I gotta pay anyway, what's the point?
Get the ugly bitch now. What the fuck, nigga? I'm paying for So hey, man, I think we're for the most part finished here. Let me get your final thoughts, man.
And I think it's the data speaks for itself. I think we've gone over everything. We presented quantitative data, studies, empirical data, personal experiences, lived experiences. Everyone can just see it. Your looks, your money, your status, any game, all matter. All of them matter, right? We could make an argument for which one's more important than the other, but by and large, they all matter. And since everyone's born with different quantities of each, you might as well just try and strengthen all of them because it increases your chances. Why not? Why not? You get your money up, it helps you everywhere else in life. You get your status up, it helps you everywhere else in life. You get your physique, you work on that, you eat right, you work out, that helps you out in life. You get your game up, your social skills up, that helps you out in life. So why not? If it just makes everything else in life better, besides bitches, if it makes everything besides bitches better, then why not do it? Right? But don't let nobody tell you that those things don't matter. Don't let anybody tell you that your requirements or your standards are too high, or that you should just accept something just because. That's not what we do here. That's not what we do over here, man. That's all I got, bro.
So this comment from the D Hive, I appreciate this comment. Understand, that's why it's still on the screen. Game is supposed to save you money and energy. Well, game is energy, but game is supposed to save you. It's supposed to save you time. It's, I guess time, energy, same thing.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
supposed to. And we could make an argument that it does, right? We had that study, the guy got more numbers, so in 1 hour he got one number, and then after the course he got 3 numbers in 1 hour. So, it does work to an extent.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying game doesn't work or it's not a thing. It definitely is a thing, right? Again, I've gotten numbers and done fucked women with nothing.
With the hard CK.
with nothing fancy on wearing nothing fancy, not being anyone in play. I'm talking about way back, like when I was on the block. Right? So understand, game is supposed to save you money and energy. If you're selling me a game package, I want the results that I want, not that you're convincing me I should accept. Right? This motherfucker's killing me. I want the results. If I'm paying for something, I want what I want, motherfucker. Not what you're telling me I supposed to want. That's simping, nigga. That's not game.
Yeah. Advanced simple.
A game is supposed to save me money. All the game coaches that I see, these niggas is married. They spending bread on they women, and the women that I see them with are not the hot chicks that they're selling niggas on.
Yep.
I'm saying it outright. And spread the word. Marcus said it. KeepItOneHunned said it. The game coach niggas are not with bad bitches. They're just not. And don't tell me that I want too much because I want to get a bad bitch because you're selling a package that promises me bad bitches. I want what you're selling. If you ain't selling bad bitches, I can get less than a bad bitch on my own. If I'm a regular dude, I can get an average or below. I can get a deuce. I can get a woman that I'm not attracted to. What I'm going to pay you for that for? But if I want an attractive female and you're saying, yo, if you want hot chicks, because that's all I see.
Hot chicks.
I'm saying, shout out to Brother Reality, best intro in the game. This channel keeps getting better and better, man. I got more things technically that I'm doing here.
Nice.
It's going to be looking real good up in here soon. Rock with me, please. Got 30 people in the room. Yeah, Bishop Magic Don Juan. Yes, Rodimus. But at the end of the day, right? And Brother Reality, thank you for that $10. So at the end of the day, man, you don't get to tell me what I can't want from the package that I'm paying for. If I'm paying for pussy, I'm picking who I'm fucking, right? Imagine going to a brothel to pay for pussy, and you want the bad chick, and you got the money that the bad chick is charging, and the madam tells you, no, you shouldn't want her. You should want her. Nigga, what? If I go to a restaurant and I want the steak, no, you shouldn't want the steak. You're not a real man if you want the steak. You should want the chicken. Nigga, what? Am I paying the steak price or the chicken price? We're gonna charge you the steak price and then give me the motherfucking steak, nigga. What the fuck is wrong? These motherfuckers are, as Nigel says, Dane coaches have become cuckold promoters. They're promoting the shit that they're dealing with in their life.
Yep.
These niggas is simps selling you simping. Me personally, look, I'd rather tell you the truth. I ain't got time to put together packages. I'm not into all of that shit. But I know how to get the hot chicks. And I just told you in this video that you can do it or not. See, what them niggas are gonna sell you is some shit that's like, oh, just be a simp and you'll get bitches. That's not game. Because there's no work in that. There's no work in that. What I'm selling, or what I'm giving away, rather, requires work. And that's why a lot of niggas ain't gonna do it. A lot of dudes ain't gonna do it. What I'm talking about requires work. It's like a motherfucker talking about fitness. You can eat anything you want and still lose weight. You ain't got to lift no weight, fucking V-shred. You ain't got to lift no weights and you gonna be cock diesel. Just buy my fucking package. That nigga gonna make money. If I say, well, I ain't selling you a package, but hey, go to the gym and bust your ass and eat right. You ain't pay me, but you ain't gonna listen either. 9 times out of 10. These niggas are simps, cucks, and all of the above. And the women that they're doing for are not impressive. I'm saying it. I said it. It's out there. Now, if anybody wants to challenge that shit, holler at the guard. Because I have receipts like a motherfucker. I'll pull 6 bitches in this fucking live.
Don't do it to them. They're not ready.
The bitches you heard of. In some cases, I'll pull 6. This is free stream, y'all. I get 6 motherfuckers in here. I'll pull 6 bitches in here. All right, it won't be a nigga panel. It'll be all women. It would be the Marcus bunch. With me is what's the dude? Not Tom Brady. What's the guy from the Brady bunch? The father. I'll bring a bunch of women in here. Y'all can share this video on Facebook. It said Marcus said y'all game coach niggas is lying. He said y'all bitches is whack. He said y'all niggas is simping and sharing pussy. Marcus Aurelius said that shit. And let's see what happens. Spit your game, talk your shit, grab your gat, call your click. It is Keep It 100, baby. Thanks for joining me. Shout out to all my people in the chat, my usual suspects. My man Rob, Nigel, I see you. Oh, there's 2 Robs in here. Roberado. Shout out to Roberado. Shout out to my man Stokes. Rodimus. You know what I'm saying? Mega, the original. What is it? Legit time. What is it? Legit time processor. Legit time processor. D Hive. Dave Tao. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna miss some names here. Brandy, shout out to you. Rob Blacklight Revelations. I already said Robert. I call him Rob Barado. Blacklight Revelations. Let's see here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Diego, I see you. My brother, happy birthday. Happy birthday, 7 Aurelius. Happy birthday. Yeah, man. DT Crypto, Okacha, everybody, man. Tyrese, all my super chat motherfuckers, man. Thank you for the donations and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Spit your game, talk your shit. Holla at every chick you see asking for their number. That's how you start. You need time in the field. That's how you start. I don't care what they look like. Ugly, fat, short, tall. Ask girls for their numbers. If you don't like them, throw the number away. If you get it. If they say, no, I'm taking. Okay, no doubt. Do this shit over and over. For guys who don't have a problem approaching women, this shit ain't for you. Guys who have a problem approaching women, approach every woman in the street. Just do it. Just do it. Spit your game, talk your shit. This was Keep It 100 with my man Adam McTow.
Yo.
Yo, thanks for jumping in with me, man. And y'all enjoy y'all Saturday night, man.
Thanks for having me, brother.
And tell them game coaches I said it. 100. Peace.